5430, yeah.
Yeah. Wow. You just hit me with that as soon as I walked through the door.
I know,
First
sorry.
thing, no good morning, no, hey, ooh,
I know. Good morning.
Mm-hmm. As soon as I walked through the door, Terry says, Sean Taylor died.
Yeah.
And it happened overnight. I read last night, he was responding to the doctors,
Yes.
and he was speaking, and
They were optimistic, and yeah, so early this morning.
And if you aren't aware of who Sean Taylor is, he was probably only the best defensive player in the NFL, but that's all right. A lot of people didn't know who he was outside of hardcore sports fans and outside of D.C. or Miami. Yeah. But because he's not a fantasy football player, because defensive players don't play. If there was a fantasy football league for defensive players, he would be the top 3 pick every year he played. Mm-hmm. And he was shot in the leg, the upper leg.
It was
know. It was the main artery, the femoral, whatever they call that artery. But you don't hear much about dudes being shot in the upper leg and then dying.
Yeah.
And the Quiet Riot lead singer died yesterday, so it happens in threes, right?
Yeah.
Who must go today?
First call.
Cover your head.
Really? Wow.
That's why I have a hard hat on today. I'm wondering why I was wearing that.
Looking at the roof.
I know.
Looking shaky.
Quiet Riot was the first concert I ever went to.
Oh, please don't
awesome.
share that with anybody, Terry. Don't promise me you won't say that again
today.
today.
It was great.
Oh no. Oh boy.
With one of my best girlfriends and her brother and all his friends.
You sure it wasn't Chuck Berry?
No.
Okay.
Drinking beers.
Oh, you know what? Sure it wasn't Brewski's? Anyway. Oh, wow.
Yeah. Crazy.
Okay.
Anyway.
Not the rousing start we were expecting this morning, Terry. I was shocked when he said those words
Well,
this morning.
I
thought he was going to pull
shocked
through. I thought maybe he'd even play again maybe by next season, but obviously that's not going to happen now. Anyway, all right.
So, yeah. Didn't mean to.
You're sure about that? You're 100%
sure?
sure?
I have the story right here.
Because I told you that story about that girl who used to do sports updates and talked about some guy who was in a car accident and went on the air and said he was dead. And then a few seconds later, she had to go, oh, check that. He's just paralyzed. Phew.
You did, but no.
You sure about that?
I have it from ESPN.com.
Uh-huh.
The headline reads, Taylor dies after being shot at home.
Mm-hmm.
A little calculating to really check it out.
Washington Redskins safety Sean Taylor died early
All right, got
Tuesday.
it. I got that. Yeah, all right. I know who he is. Anyway.
Well, I'm just reading from ESPN.
Well, now they have to find out if this was a targeted assassination, if you will, or if it was just a random break-in.
Well,
I'm leaning towards it being a targeted situation. He did rub some people the wrong way during the course of his college and pro career, even though I'm telling you, he was the best player on defense that the NFL had. Mm-hmm. Most people don't know that. The most feared, the most just an absolute projectile when he came at you when you had the football, Terry, or even if you didn't.
Right.
Just would come at you like a laser and run right through you as if he didn't even care that you were there.
Yeah, that's what I'm
tear you up.
Well, according to I can get into this a little bit more, but there is some news here regarding 8 days before this this attack.
Yeah.
Someone had actually pried open a front door window and rifled through some doors and then left a kitchen knife on the bed in his room.
Meaning what?
Well, like you
is
said,
that supposed to be a Sicilian message?
Maybe
expecting something
that Sean Taylor sleeps with the fishes, or what?
No, maybe what you're confirming that this could have been an actual target.
Yeah, it was.
Type thing.
He was just in that house for if they were going to rob the place, if they did any homework, they would have known that the house that he was in that night was vacated just about every other day of the entire football season. So they picked the only night when he was actually there.
Yeah.
One of the maybe not the only night, but of the nights that he was there, this was like one of a handful of nights where the place was actually occupied by him. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, if they really wanted to rob the place, they could have all these other nights when no one would have been there.
Right. And his girlfriend and his daughter were in the house, too. So,
all right. Well, anyway, we'll come back. We'll get things started right after these words. The T-Man Show.
Hogan may know best, but he had no clue his wife was filing for divorce.
Ow.
Wrestling and reality star Hulk Hogan got the 411 that his 24-year marriage to Linda Bolia was over from a journalist.
Yeah, that's the way you want to hear about it.
His reporter response was, "Holy smokes, you just knocked the bottom out of me." It's been
That's what Hogan said when he found out?
Holy smokes, you just knocked the bottom out of me.
What?
I said first when the reporter called him, he was like, didn't really talk to him, then hung up on him, and then called him back. And
He called the reporter back?
Yeah.
Hey, what was he wanted to tell me?
Holy smokes, you just knocked the bottom out of me.
Maybe if it was Linda Hogan who was saying that once in a while, she wouldn't have filed for divorce, Terry.
maybe so.
You just knocked the bottom out of me. I'm not going to go through with that divorce after all.
Instead, she's dating the Iron Sheik.
Oh, wow.
Who the hell says holy smokes? Did he throw in Batman after that?
Holy smokes, you just knocked the bottom out of me. It's been a tough few months for the Muscle Man. His son Nick is currently facing a felony charge of reckless driving from his August car crash that left his friend critically injured.
Got it. Anyway, wow, yeah, so they've been separated for, I think, a while, and he didn't know about the exact news of the divorce being that particular day, but he probably knew it was coming.
Yeah, well, and I think she's seeking, of course, some kind of spousal support and...
You can only stay with a man who wants his own biological daughter sexually more than he does his own wife. So long, Terry.
I guess
so.
so.
It was pretty creepy if you watched any episode of Hogan Knows Best, how into his own damn daughter he was. Yeah. I mean, it was just even going beyond what the fatherly instinct of protecting your daughter is. I mean, didn't we talk about that a little bit yesterday?
Yeah.
Come on. Little too much infatuation with Brookie me schmucky. Okay?
Okay.
That was a little bit out there and a tad unhealthy. All right. So, you can't compete with that if you're Linda Hogan.
Yeah.
You can't compete after trying to outdo how much your husband wants his own daughter. So anyway, so this was inevitable. What else? What else is going on this morning? What else is happening?
According to MediaTakeout.com.
Oh, I love MediaTakeout.com. They're so
you do.
on top of it, yes.
I know you do. They're claiming that Jay-Z is a little upset with Beyonce because, according to them, she let her bodyguard sleep in her room while they were on a recent trip to Moscow. While she was
A woman needs protection, Terry.
Yeah. Right.
Those Russian thugs.
Yeah, according to an insider, they say, quote...
And her protector needs protection. So send that right in.
They say, quote, Moscow is an extremely dangerous place. Kidnappings are rampant.
Jay-Z, you said, was a little upset because he knows he really can't, with a straight face, be totally upset. When Tyra may have had this bodyguard stay in her room for one night, he can't be totally upset when he knows he's had Rihanna stay in his room for 90 straight nights.
Yeah, to protect her from
he's
whatever.
Protect her.
Sorry, Beyonce, I was just protecting her.
And let me get on top of you and protect you again.
Yeah. Anyway.
Make sure your vagina's protected. Yeah.
According to this, the security team felt that it was best if Beyonce had someone with her at all times, even while she slept.
Yes. In the background where they're playing, If I Ever Do.
Stop.
I don't know the rest of the words. And I will always love JC, but he's not here right now, so get on me.
Wow, really?
Was it like that in the room or no?
No, I don't
probably
think
not.
so.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
he was
You
a
think you
little
slept on the
furious.
floor, or do you think you slept in the same bed?
Oh, come on. Where do you think the bodyguard slept?
On the couch.
On the floor.
On the chandelier. I don't know.
He doesn't sleep as a bodyguard.
That's right. He's standing at the door the whole time.
He wasn't allowed to blink. He had his eyes wide open the whole night while Beyonce slept.
Yes.
And he was earning every last cent.
Until she's sleeping on her stomach and the blanket kind of falls off her. Then he involves in touchy
Let me
selfie the rest
get
of the
that
night.
for you.
Hope she's asleep.
She has every bit the shiny ass I expected.
That's right. Or not.
God.
Maybe it looks worse than you expected.
Let me shine that up for you, Beyonce.
Here, let me get the...
I think she's... Oh, she's sleeping.
I brought my shine box. Well, that's got to be pretty hot.
Maybe you didn't hear.
I don't care if I heard that.
You're still shining it, aren't you?
Still shining. I'm
I
still
don't shine anymore.
I'm still diving in head first. Maybe you didn't hear.
Yeah.
I don't do shines anymore.
That's right.
Especially now, Beyonce. Yeah, I definitely don't do shines anymore. right, maybe one more. Okay, that's it. No more. Fool me once. Shame on you. Fool me twice. Shame on me. Oh, what a shame. Yes. Okay, what are we talking about?
Anyway, he was still pretty...
Would you shine up the Beyonce ass there, kid, or what?
Of course.
Give her a spit shine.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, wow.
You do a good spit shine? Make her ass look like mirrors or what?
Just crazy. Crazy.
Would you rather shine the Beyonce ass or wait on a platter for 2.5 hours for Tyra?
It's the Beyonce ass.
Oh, no. You just go,
Well, it's Beyonce.
Whatever. He's so fickle from segment to segment. Today.
I know.
My God.
Okay, Kim Kardashian, Beyonce.
Yes.
Or Tyra.
Oh, I don't know.
It's Kim Kardashian. That's right. That was going to be my answer. How do you know?
But they all have about the same size ass, don't they?
No, they don't.
Pretty similar.
No.
Oh, okay. I guess not. I don't know.
Beyonce's probably the smallest of the three.
Really?
I was going to say Tyra, but...
You think Tyra's the smallest? Maybe. Yeah,
no.
probably. I don't know.
She ain't small.
No.
Well, they ain't...
But I'm talking about the small. I didn't say she's small. I'm saying the smallest of the three. I'm saying Beyonce's the smallest of the three. Of those three asses.
I'd like to see him so I can...
All right.
Anyway.
So Jay-Z found
out. A little
out.
Furious there, a little upset.
Has anyone in the Beyonce camp come out and said, no, that is not true. This bodyguard did not sleep in Beyonce's bedroom while she slept in Russia, Moscow, wherever their
in Moscow.
In the Republic of Georgia, wherever she may have been, Terry. Did anyone come out and say the bodyguard... So they're admitting, yes, the bodyguard slept in Beyonce's room. But nothing happened.
Right. Nothing romantic.
Whatever happened to the chair right outside the door of the bedroom, Terry? Whatever happened to that? Well, that's not enough protection.
And there's windows.
Come on the 50th floor?
Mm-hmm. Someone comes scaling in from a helicopter with jetpacks on or something?
Oh, the 50th floor, the Four Seasons Moscow?
That's right.
I don't know.
Scale the wall and climb in. The Spider-Man.
The Russian Spider-Man
is
going to come right swinging on in if he's waiting outside the door with a chair.
Well, like I said.
If that is true, if the bodyguard slept in Beyonce's room, that obviously means that somebody that night was up to no good. If I'm Jay-Z and I didn't hear a denial from Beyonce, her camp, whatever, saying, oh, no, the report's wrong. This bodyguard didn't sleep in Beyonce's room on the interior portion of Beyonce's sleeping quarters. If I'm sure they call them quarters. If nobody comes out and says that, then I know something is not right here. Something smells rotten.
Yeah, he's a pretty handsome bodyguard. I have a little picture of him.
Oh,
really?
Terry wants him to guard her body.
Oh, I would.
You'd want him to guard your body?
Oh, absolutely. I'll take him.
White guy, black guy, what kind of guy?
Black guy.
Black guy.
Yeah. Yes.
Big fella?
Big fella, small fella? Big fella, small fella? Jiu-jitsu fella? What are we talking about here?
Looks pretty lean.
Really?
But, yeah.
This bodyguard's getting smaller and more MMR-oriented.
I like the guys that are like 7'5", 680.
Yeah, this is definitely not that.
More mixed martial arts oriented.
Yeah, I'm not into that.
I went to some spectacular event recently, and as you were leaving, they had bodyguards escorting you to the valet.
Yeah.
Not that you would even ask for one, but they had them just ready for you. And this guy comes up and says, "Yeah, I've been asked to walk you to the valet." I'm like, "What the hell? I don't need get out of my face." But the guy, I was like laughing because the guy was like 5'6" and at 119 pounds. Vinnie the Pooh had him tail the tape, wise, kicking his ass.
Then he could post him up.
And I said, "You're a bodyguard? Are you serious? Is this a joke? Am I like punked or what's the deal here?" And he said, "Dude, I am expert in this, that, and the other kind of martial arts thing." I'm like, all right, whatever.
Whatever.
I'll punch you in the face right now. You're out like a light.
Wow.
Did you try it?
Out like a light. A buddy of mine got kicked out of a Kelly Rowland record release party by her bodyguard, and he was the biggest human being in the history of the planet.
Yeah, that's the way they are nowadays. They're either the biggest human being on the planet or small and experts in martial arts, so they can slice you up to ribbons in seconds. And that was the kind of thing. That's the kind of event that I'm talking about here. It was like one of those record company,
Yeah. But I think I want the big one. Oh.
Whoa.
I don't want some little guy.
Yeah, you feel safer.
Well, just because
I feel safer being walked by a big man, thank you.
Right.
But yeah, I'll have to print you off a little picture of him. But
And
he really doesn't look...
He's a handsome man.
He's a handsome man, bald-headed brother. And,
so something might have seriously gone down in that room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I understand why Jay-Z's a little suspect.
He was making chop suey out of something.
I want Bob Sapp as my bodyguard.
Yeah, there you
Vinnie
go.
the Pooh.
Bob Sapp can barely move today.
Well,
maybe you want Bob Sapp 3-5 years ago.
Fine, I'll take
but
him
Bob
out,
Sapp
too.
just needs to do one punch, and you're done, right?
I don't know. Bob Sapp up against my 5'5", 119-pound bodyguard might be in trouble.
But Bob Sapp just ain't right.
All he's got to do is sweep the leg. You sweep that Bob Sapp leg, get him off his feet, and Bob Sapp may be in some serious trouble with the hand of this 5'5", slice you up to ribbons little bodyguard.
Okay, you know his legs the size of a redwood, right? You ready to sweep that? Feel free. You better use 2 legs.
Hey, this guy, the way he was going over his dossier, his resume of martial arts expertise, sounded like he was capable of sweeping the Bob Sapp oak tree leg.
A kick to the head would hurt if you could reach it.
Tiny says he's the size and prepared to become a bodyguard to someone in this world. Ooh. Tiny, good morning.
What's up?
He does have the size. He does have the oak tree legs.
Yeah, the oak tree legs.
Yeah, but I'm half pit bull, too.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Yes, I forgot that.
You just got to be an angry man.
Mm-hmm.
That's all
It doesn't always work, though, in your favor, though.
But you don't sound like an angry man when you come on the air, so you reserve your angry side for other events. Is that right there, Tiny, or what?
Yeah, let's ask that little guy choked down at Ember Dome.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I remember that, yes.
Yeah.
So you save it for him and your wife and who else?
Oh, boy.
So, he does like a choke down every once in a while.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he has been let go of a couple of jobs for not being able to keep his hands to himself.
That's right. Oh, I forgot. Tiny has been seriously engulfed in the bouncer world and has been told that your type of aggression is too much for us. Yeah. So maybe he is ready for a personal bodyguard type experience.
Yeah.
Maybe that's more what you need. Instead of being a protector of a club or a protector of an event, maybe you need to become a personal bodyguard for someone. Have you ever looked into that or no?
Well, Tanya was the last one, but if anybody needs one, I am unemployed and looking. I do Christmas shopping with those women with the gold and platinum card.
That's right. Oh, yes. In case you've forgotten, this man had a run in a little stint in being Tanya Harding's personal bodyguard.
Yeah.
And she was never more protected in her life. And she needs it. Every day of her life, Terry, even now.
Protect her from 12-packs.
You never know when Nancy Kerrigan is going to come
out of nowhere,
jumping out of a bush somewhere.
That'd be great.
Yeah, I got a hubcap for her. Back her with a hubcap.
Tiny, how's everything else going?
Wonderful. Life is grand.
Oh, wow.
I just ain't found enough naked big girls to come play with me and my
Well, even when you find a ton of them, do you have enough, Tiny?
No,
you never have enough.
Never enough.
Never have enough.
You know, women are like Lay's potato chips. I can't eat just one.
Oh, geez. Nice. And we'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
How about that? Yeah.
Probably sour cream and onion, too, I'm guessing.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's a good analogy, Terry.
Oh, fine.
When was the last time you were able to have one potato chip and say, that's enough? Put the bag away.
Right.
Save it for next time.
I think I'll probably live my whole life never saying, there's just not enough big girls around. That doesn't seem like a problem most people have.
Yeah, Tiny's having trouble finding big girls.
Where are they hiding?
The big girls are falling by the wayside, apparently, Terry.
Yeah, well.
A little too many visits to Curves. Curves is a national chain, right?
It is.
Because I was just away for Thanksgiving weekend on the East Coast, and I saw Curves.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's for women only.
It's everywhere. Yeah,
it is.
It's for women who are kind of self-conscious about their body.
Right.
Don't want
all women then. Okay.
Don't want men checking them out while they're working out because they're seriously wanting to work out. They're not there for the meat market aspect of the workout spot.
10 push-ups and I'm going home.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay. It's a 30-minute little thing. Do it in 30 minutes.
They're not there to post up on the elliptical trainer and gab and just have guys check them out for 45 minutes. Although I like them a lot better. They're actually wanting to better their bodies.
By sitting on a big giant rubber ball.
Yes.
Oh, I'll give them one. Or two. What, I think I'm Lance Armstrong here? Anyway.
So, yes, it is.
So what were we talking about from MediaTakeout.com?
Oh, Jay-Z and Beyonce and the Bodyguard, and that's how we got on it. And Yeah.
Yes.
So
has the bodyguard answered to anyone yet, Terry?
Well, according to...
I don't know if I want to have a sit-down with Jay-Z.
Well, here's the thing. According to, again, MediaTakeout.com, Beyonce's dad is the one who hired this bodyguard, so we can pretty much say he's not going anywhere, so Jay-Z's just going to have to...
All I can tell you is Jay-Z's on the cover of Rolling Stone looking like mob boss.
Yeah.
Is it Rolling Stone magazine he's on the cover of this week? He's on the cover of a lot of magazines this week, but I think I saw him on the cover of Rolling Stone looking like the Don, Terry.
Yeah, I know, but, he's not going to... It's always been a power play between Beyonce's dad and Jay-Z.
He's got the big pinky ring, the scarf.
Pinky ring. Oh, watch out.
I'm scared. I'm scared if I'm called in for the sit-down, Terry.
And a fistful of euros?
A fistful of euros, yes. There's a lot more Cristal than American dollars these days, apparently.
I know.
Oh, that's a shame. That's only about time.
That's a shame.
Anyway.
Cristal.
So we'll
thirsty.
yeah.
Yeah, what's that now?
We'll see what happens. Yeah.
Oh, yes, okay. We'll wait a second.
Yeah. I know you can't wait.
All right.
Yeah, Beyonce's dad does have control issues.
Yeah. They both do.
Of control issues, he said, trying to find any segue he could possibly grab a hold of. We have a bill to pay this morning, Terry.
Oh, okay.
We don't know whose bill that is.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know who's going to be the lucky one this morning, like Beyonce was in a Moscow hotel.
Niet.
I don't think there was too many utterances of niet, niet.
You have to say it twice, huh? You can't say it once.
I don't want to be the first to break a Russian trend.
Okay.
Got to say it twice.
I know.
And the second one has to be a lot louder and a lot more impactful.
Because I wasn't paying attention the first time, so get my attention.
Niet.
Oh, God, I got it.
I think whatever the opposite of niet is what Beyonce was screaming.
Okay.
All right.
Got it.
So, as I was saying...
Yes, control issues and paying bills.
That's right.
Yes.
It's a perfect segue, don't you know?
Absolutely.
We will bring in the hopper, or Vinnie the Pooh will bring in a bill from that hopper.
All right.
Because the formality stage is kind of like past its time, and we'll just get to the hardcore moment of T-Man pays your bills.
Okay.
Code for the hopper's too heavy for him to push.
That's right. There's so many damn bills in that hopper, you can't even move it around anymore. And you know what? Even though we're in the final weeks... We go up till Christmas break, Terry, so we still have a lot of time left for T-Man Pays Your Bills. Even though we're in the final weeks of T-Man Pays Your Bills, there is still plenty of time to send in your bills, because those bills that are sent in today, Terry, at the TManShow.com can be paid tomorrow.
Yes, they can.
They have just as good a chance as all those bills that have been sitting there for the past few months. Whose bill gets paid today? We'll find out after these words. Niet. Niet!
The T-Man Show.
Now, Terry, during the break, obviously because she doesn't want to walk around covering her head all day, says we don't have to walk around. Ladies and gentlemen out there, you don't have to walk around covering your head all day, because I told you it happens in threes.
Yes.
The Quiet Riot lead singer died. I don't know if he counts.
Oh, he does. Yes.
Sean Taylor, unfortunately, between last night when I went to bed and this morning, you're telling me he died.
Correct.
And I said it happens in threes. Who's going to be the next to go?
Correct.
Terry said, well, Kanye West's mom should count as the first of the three.
Correct.
So we're safe.
Yes.
Everyone out there can breathe easy. I guess I'll give you that, Terry, yes.
All right.
The three, it happens in threes, is now complete. Is that what you're feeling?
I am.
Kanye West's mom, unfortunate passing, untimely passing was number one.
Yes.
The Quiet Riot lead singer was more than happy to take up the second spot there. Cut his losses. And now Sean Taylor. So there's your three. Okay.
All right.
Everyone wanted to kill themselves watching that Monday Night Football game last night.
Oh, my gosh.
You ever see a game? I've never in my life, and I've seen my share of football, seen a game. I didn't turn it on until late in the fourth quarter.
Oh, I know. You're still
and I'm
0-0.
like, what the hell? No. I'm like, how is a game 0-0 in the fourth quarter?
I know.
I've never seen a game 1 minute to go in the fourth quarter be 0-0. Never. Ever. Ever.
Crazy.
And
the kick and the ball just stayed in the ground.
I saw the highlight on that, yes. Like it was on a tee.
Yeah. I was like, what?
Yeah, it was a real barn burner, wasn't it?
Woo-hoo.
Okay.
Way to go, Pittsburgh. 3-0.
Yeah, man, that would have been the only thing that was missing would be Miami upsetting those freaking Pittsburgh Steelers and their stupid fans.
Yeah.
Their stupid fans will still email me to this day.
Well.
Idiots! Good for nothings! Okay. Anyway, but their team has done well, and
yeah.
They enjoy him very much, and they support him mightily, Terry.
Yes, they do.
Yes, you got to give them that. Anyway.
Yeah, absolutely.
What else is going on in this world of ours, please?
Well, according to this news source, Tyra Banks is having a problem with her sex life, all due to her wigs.
Get in line!
No.
Oh.
Apparently,
do her wigs?
Yeah, because she wears extensions and wigs, in public. So in private, she's afraid to expose her real hair to men.
Is she completely shaved, maybe?
I don't know.
She hates her real hair so much, she just shaves it completely eagled. And,
could be.
Oh, that's crap.
And then she just throws wigs on and that's her life, or what?
Maybe so. Maybe she just has not such good hair.
Who wouldn't do Tyra Banks' ball, Terry? Come on.
My hand is raised.
Oh, she's well into her 30s now, right? But still, I mean, she's got something left.
Yes.
Bald head don't matter to me.
I thought she
Winnie the Pooh is already on record saying he, at age 23, no matter how old is Tyra Banks now? Good 34, 33?
Probably, yeah.
She could be 54.
Oh, geez.
Wow, really?
No, she couldn't be, because she's not. If she was 54, you probably would say, oh, now that she's 54, man.
No, she's Tyra Banks, though.
All right.
She's actually taller and heavier than you, so you may want to rethink it.
Yeah, she was born December 4th, 1973.
73, so she's a good 34. Well, she's having a birthday in a week.
Whoa.
December 4th, you said?
Yes.
Let's spank her.
She'll be 34 years old.
I bet.
Would you spank her bald?
Oh, you betcha.
Even with the extensions that she puts on her ass?
Yes. I'm into that, really.
Oh, that's pretty hot. Yeah, that's the new thing. Terry, you know about that, right?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, hair extensions on your ass?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Get them braided.
Yeah. So she is reluctant to be physical or get personal with anyone because she doesn't want them to see her.
Yeah, without her.
Some girls get reluctant just because they look completely different without makeup. She's got the double whammy of maybe she looks a little different without makeup.
Not so much, I don't. Yeah, probably a little.
If any black woman could look a little different without makeup, it's probably her.
Right.
Because she's so fashion model oriented that she's learned the tricks of makeup for a long time, even though she's got the darker complexion than the average woman out there. And the average woman is lighter skinned than her, Terry.
Right.
But she learned from an early age what makeup and the powers that makeup can do.
Yes.
So I'm saying that as far as black women go, she probably would make more of an impact without makeup than your average black woman. Yeah. Agreed?
Yes.
Okay. But she's got the double whammy of even though there's a little impact without the makeup, there is, so much of an impact when she removes whatever hair extension situation she had on that day.
Right.
Yes.
Do you want a quote from one of her sources?
No, because I don't believe any of this.
Oh, okay.
I think she's doing fine. I think she gets all the ass she wants.
Yeah, I think so, too.
Any male ass she pretty much wants. Like, if she ever decided she wanted Vinnie the Pooh, apparently he's ready to put himself on a platter.
Right.
Would you really lie on a platter for her?
Yes.
You're just saying these things
She's
now.
in your top 5, then.
If she asked, if she tried to humiliate you by telling you, "I'll do you if you get naked and wait for me on a platter, but you have to wait for a couple hours but you can't leave the platter. I'm due to be home in a couple of hours, but you have to stay on that platter."
I would strongly consider it.
All right, now it's strongly consider.
Well, a couple hours, that was the curveball, really. I mean,
how many hours are you willing to stay?
That's what she's saying it'll take for you to have sex with Tyra Banks.
And then it's on?
You have to be ready when I get home.
Can't I just wait for her to pull up and then get naked and jump on the platter?
No, you have to be on the platter for a couple hours. She says she calls
like a turkey.
She calls you at 7. She says, "Be at my place at 7:30."
Okay.
You have to race. No, this is for Vinnie the Pooh, Terry, not you.
Well, but you're looking at me.
I always look at you, Terry. You're right in my sight.
I know.
My line of sight. She says, "Be at my place at 7:30," and that's a little task in itself because she's all the way across town, traffic, but you get yourself there in time.
Okay.
She says, "Get naked and be on the platter by 7:30." And I'll be home somewhere between 7:30 and 10 o'clock.
7:30 and 10 o'clock?
And if you leave that platter, then sex with me is out. Do you do that, yes or no?
Yeah. I'm going to have to say yeah. It's Tyra Banks.
So, like,
exactly. It's Tyra Banks. First
Tyra
of all,
Banks.
she's 13 years older than you, or she's 11 years older than you. She's bigger than you. She outweighs you. She's taller than you.
Oh, by far.
She's tougher than you.
Oh, yeah.
She's more masculine than you.
Wow.
I'm in for a wild night, right?
So, are you sure this is something you're ready for?
It's Tyra Banks.
He keeps saying it's Tyra
It's
Banks.
Tyra Banks.
So
What else can you say?
I asked you, so she's in your top 5.
I wouldn't say that. But,
Well,
it's Tyra Banks.
Yeah,
she gets the pass.
The way he says that is the equivalent of the way you would say, it's Sean Connery, T-Man.
right.
See, he finds Tyra Banks legendary because he grew up worshiping and wanting her at a young age, and he had that poster like, who knows, somebody out there had the Cheryl Tiegs poster.
Right.
So this is his thing. So he would
This
be.
is Cheryl
I'll
Tiegs,
tell you
right?
right now, I wouldn't be up on the platter for 2.5 hours with Pamela Anderson.
Well,
And that was mine growing up, or in my teenage years. Pamela Anderson, it was.
You don't want hepatitis, so that's why.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
You get extra stuff with Pam.
Yeah, I don't need to be naked on a platter for 2.5 hours for hepatitis C.
no.
Now, Tara's a little better than Pam Anderson, though. Pam's a little weathered. She's probably 40, too.
She is now, yes. And Tyra's headed that way.
But not
He said,
yet.
but you said if she was 53, you would do
right,
her.
That's true.
I would. Especially if she looked like she do now.
At 53, no, never mind. But you would do the 2.5 hour naked thing on the platter waiting for her.
So she could be there anywhere in between the
there's-
7:30 and the 10 o'clock.
That's right. No, she's going to, as it turns out, she's not going to be there until about 9:30ish. And you're going to have no clock. You're not going to be able to know what time it is as you're sitting there bored, naked on a platter. Humiliated as you're just able to stare at your own schlong for 2 hours, and there's nothing to play with.
Oh, wow.
There's nothing to occupy, make the time go faster. You just have to sit there waiting on this platter that she's arranged for you.
So the TV's not on, nothing.
The TV's on, but it's on a mediocre show at best, and you can't change the channel because you can't reach the remote.
Oh, so it's like Tara's show.
Oh, wow.
That's right. You have to watch
I'm out then.
Tyra's show.
I'm out. I'll pass.
Is the heat on at least? Like, can I get some kind of like...
He's little bones.
I get
chilly sometimes.
Can I put on a sweater? For some reason, I just picture him like on this platter,
I can't be,
served up like a
shivering
turkey.
on a platter. yo.
naked, I'm going to be a little cold.
Little people are funny.
There's a little draft coming through. There's going to be a little draft coming through, and no, the heat will be on, but set at 64 degrees. Like my dad kept it all my
God,
life.
that's cold. Now that I'm a homeowner, that's cold.
That's what
What was it again?
That's what I grew up with that being on the high end of the range.
I like it, but my wife would kill me.
My dad, when I was growing up, kept the heat somewhere between 62 and 64 at all times.
So off.
Actually, 61 to 64.
Yeah, so off.
Yeah, so off.
You didn't,
Well, no, I
have
grew, up,
any.
I grew up in a very cold area where
All right.
the nights would get to 25.
Okay, well,
so
yeah.
61 to 64 would keep the heat on, but just enough to not let you die and let the pipes rattle freeze.
You're cold, put on a sweater.
Exactly.
Oh, gosh.
You already got a sweater on? Put on another. So there's no limit to how much clothes you could put on. That
Right.
was his thing.
You're
He
so-
said,
you're-
in the summer, there's a limit to how much you can take off, but in the winter, there's no limit to how much you can put on. All right, Dad, I can't argue with that. I guess I'll never ask you again. The next night, Dad, I'm freezing. Push up the heat. So, just so you're aware,
Okay.
64.
no TV remote situation anywhere around. The heat is on, but it's 63, 64.
Wow.
Little draft coming through.
All right.
And you're on this platter. No clock. For 2 some odd hours waiting for Tyra to come home. But when she gets home, you get to have sex with her.
Just on and cracking.
I don't know about that's up to you.
I know it would be. Are you
cracking.
kidding me?
It'll be up
My
to you
one
to
and only
make it
shot
on
with
and
Tyra
cracking.
Banks?
Exactly. So I don't know if you're going to make it on and cracking, though, and you
On-
only get one shot.
On and cracking.
That's a long wait for one shot, though.
He's
Nope.
promising her on and cracking.
I'll be prepared. I have 2 hours to prepare myself.
And what does Vinnie the Pooh have to do sexually to make sure that he's accomplished his promise of making the sex on and... What was it again now?
On and
Cracking.
Oh, yeah,
Cracking.
Oh, that's
On
Yes. Oh, no.
and cracking.
Cracking.
what would I have to do?
That was the question, yeah.
Oh, my God, really?
You know, I
He
would.
doesn't want to answer this question. He has no
Because
answer. He's
there is
stalling
no
for time.
on and cracking
He has,
for him.
No, he has no answer, and he's stalling for time. What does Vinnie
that's
the Pooh have to
give
do?
him some time.
What a move, what specialty, what do you have to throw out there to make sure you fulfilled your promise? I mean, Tyra's expecting now, after she comes home, seeing you shivering up on a platter, she's expecting on and cracking sex.
You think?
Well, that's what you just promised.
Well, that's what I promised.
That's
but
right.
And she heard about it, right?
And she's going to believe me?
Yeah, you know?
So she heard about it. So he's been sitting on this platter for
That's right. Oh.
however many hours, and then she's entitled to the on and cracking sex.
Yeah, she came home just in time. He was just about to freeze to death. But now the cheese walked through the door. Oh, it's going to be on and cracking.
Turned it up just like that.
Yeah, she turns up the heat to 66 now.
Change the channel.
She doesn't want you to sweat too much, so she turns it up to 66. And what makes it on and cracking?
I just, dive right in, put my little skull cap on, and just get right in there.
Don't want to mess up your hair.
Of course.
Unless you're talking about the other kind of skull cap.
Oh, my gosh.
You can use protection with Tara Banks? Is that the skull cap you're talking about, or are you talking about your real skull cap?
I was actually talking about the real skull cap. But if it came down to it, and the option was
because that'd be kind of a funny line if you were talking about a condom and you call it a skull cap. Put my skull cap on. But I wouldn't want to use protection with Tara Banks. I would raw dog that.
I would too.
I'd try to knock her up. I think.
Oh, wow.
Hey,
Like 14 million last.
Yeah, it's a nice little paycheck.
I did
right
what? I got you pregnant? Well, I guess we can have it.
Yeah. If I have to use protection, I'll probably pass.
But you would throw your real hardcore formal do-rag on and go for it.
That's right. My goggles.
Yes.
And just,
All right, so he really has no answer for on and
Of
cracking.
course not. Are you kidding? I would have to be put in a situation that I would give you guys a play-by-play. So if you guys can make that happen with me. And
You should be able to know if you've had enough sex, and who knows, if what it would take to make it on and cracking. All right, I know what I have to do to put my A-game sex game out there.
Really?
Yes.
Do you really want to know?
Yes, well, that's why
Okay,
I
well, I would take the 2 hours. Honestly, I would get ready, I guess.
You can't get ready on a platter when you're naked.
Sure you can.
How are you going to get ready?
Well, I mean, without
You
getting...
can't walk into the bathroom and start fixing your hair on a platter?
Without getting too, disgusting, get the first one out of the way, and then...
Oh, jeez.
What?
Just being honest with you. Can we be honest?
He's one of those guys that feels that if he shakes one off before he actually gets involved in the
He'll
sexual
last a little longer.
act,
You can buzz that thing all you want, buddy.
that first one comes pretty quick
Right,
in a
got
lot
it,
of
got it,
guys'
got it.
situation, Terry.
All right.
So they're of the theory that...
It's not a theory.
It's
not a theory.
There's this theory, Terry, that guys have, because that first one tends to come pretty quick.
It has a mind of its own.
That if you shake one off real quick on a night that you're totally knowing you're gonna have sex,
Right.
if you shake one off a couple of hours before,
A couple hours.
or what?
Well, for him, it would be a couple hours.
She's pulling up.
She's pulling up. You're still. Well, then
You can rebound just that quickly?
It's Tyra Banks.
Oh, sorry.
I don't know. He's
Okay.
talking big now.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Tyra, I'm gonna need 15 minutes.
The guy who was dancing on a barrel with other dudes and stuff? Yeah.
What the hell?
Manuel says that if Tyra Banks takes off her wig, she's going to look like Eddie O. Crackho.
Wow.
You should be aware of that,
Really?
Vinnie the Pooh. Manuel, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
What did you want to tell Vinnie the Pooh exactly? Or was that pretty much it?
No, that's pretty much it. You get a woman and she got to take off too much, and then all of a sudden it's a whole different thing. And then, when she got, a couple strands of hair coming off the head because all the extensions are off and all the war paint's off, and it's like, damn, what's next? The dentures,
The dentures.
Well, I don't know.
Manuel would be wondering after she took off the wig if she's going to take out her teeth next. But even if she looks like a crack hoe without the hair, and I doubt it, even if she did, it's still Tyra Banks.
It's still Tyra Banks.
Tyra Banks don't look like a crack, like you said, but it's at the same time, it's just that whole image of how much.
Well,
how much are you losing?
He must be a bigger fan than you. Maybe you're a little older. Maybe it's Iman for you. I don't know. But Tyra Banks to him obviously is of the highest. That's a top tier as it gets for you, or what?
Yes.
Who's your top tier? Is she in the top tier?
Well, I asked
The top
him that
10.
if
She'd
he
be
was
my
in
top
the top
10.
5.
No,
and he said that's a stretch.
Yeah, it would be a stretch. I mean, because then you're messing with Kim Kardashians of the world. But that's a whole other story. But yeah, she's up there.
All right. So if you can have sex with Tyra Banks, she's in one room, and Kim Kardashian's in another room. You have the keys to both rooms. You can only use one. You're going Kim Kardashian. You're not looking back.
Yes, of course.
After you just waited 2.5 hours on a platter naked with a cold breeze.
Easily.
For Tyra Banks.
Sorry, Tyra.
You're telling her, sorry, Tyra, I'm going for Kim Kardashian.
Well, if I knew she was in the room waiting and I didn't know, yeah.
All right. Manuel, thanks for the call, sir.
No problem.
Where are you headed this morning? You going to work?
Yeah, going to work.
What do you do?
I'm a chef.
You're a chef.
Oh, wow.
What are you preparing this morning, this afternoon, whatever?
Just the same old, you know. It's just whatever comes up.
Are you a cook or a chef?
Right.
I'm a chef.
You're
I'm
a chef.
I don't do a whole lot of cooking anymore.
Moon's over my hammy. He's not
Where do you think
qualified as a chef.
Where do you think the line is from making the true transition to I'm not a cook, I'm a chef? What do you have to be cooking that's your job to ensure us that you're not a cook and you're a chef?
Well, a lot of it has to do with the type of variety that food you're cooking on top of, when
a cook has a lot of variety. I'm sorry. No, that still doesn't differentiate between cook and chef. Tell me one dish you make, Manuel, that I would be able to listen to after I hear the name of it and say, oh, yeah, a cook doesn't make that, only a chef does. Give me one dish.
There's not one dish that's going to do it, because if you only
then you're a
cook, you're just a cook.
There's got to be something you could throw out there that would make us think, oh, yeah, he's no cook, he's a chef. Tell us.
Okay, a chef is going to tell you, what do you want? I can make it. A cook is going to say, hey, this is what I'm making for you, and you're going to eat it.
Does that do it for you, Terry?
He's got all the right lines, but
yeah.
I need to hear a dish.
Right.
We need to hear a dish, Manuel, that you made yesterday, maybe when you were out. Did you work yesterday? I'm sure you worked yesterday, right?
No, I
okay.
didn't.
Well, the last time you worked, give me something you made that you remember over the past week, something that you made that we'd be like, oh, yeah, cook doesn't touch that.
Pigs in a blanket, man.
Cook can't handle that. Give me something you made.
I made some spicy shrimp with fresh homemade pasta.
I agree with Hot Shot on that.
I'm making that with one hand.
Yeah.
You're making that with one hand?
Yes.
Yeah, I agree with Hot Shot.
Not with one hand.
With my wig off.
Is that on the Denny? Can you find that on the Denny's menu? Can you find that on the cheese? Can you find that on the Cheesecake Factory menu?
Yes. Olive Garden. That's got Olive Garden all over.
So let me ask you this: the Cheesecake Factory people behind the in the kitchen there, they're cooks or they're chefs?
Cooks.
I think they're cooks too.
They're cooks.
Cooks, definitely cooks.
They're working a line. They're working with the boss tells them to cook.
Even Manuel is saying that the guys or the women at Cheesecake Factory are cooks.
Yes.
He's saying he's a chef, though.
Well, but again, he's not really giving us chef.
Give a chef lingo. Give a chef something or other that makes us know you're a chef. He doesn't answer to anybody.
I got to write the schedules. I got to go over payroll. I got to
What about cooking?
Look at the forecasting budget for the.
I mean, now you sound like a manager.
What about the menu?
Now you're giving us managerial skills. We want to hear something that makes you a chef.
That's what makes you a chef.
No, what kind of menu are you preparing for the day?
Right now, you know what? You always have a different menu going.
All right, so give me.
What do you have in mind for today?
Today?
Yes.
Same menu as what's being put out there today. We got the same menu. We got banquet food. We got restaurant food. We got bar food. Same thing.
I'm sorry to inform you, Manuel.
Cook.
You sound to me
dramatic things
like you just may be a cook.
well, I'm a cook in heart. You got to start somewhere.
That's nice. Well, Manuel has big dreams. And you know what? He may just not be able to explain it well, but he truly can be a chef out there. And if he's not, then he'll be real soon, Terry. So, Manuel, thank you for the call, sir.
Hey, no problem.
Manuel.
All right, Manuel.
Manuel the chef.
Yeah, we'll see you on the next Top Chef there.
Wow, he had nothing.
I know.
Put him on the spot.
Spicy shrimp and pasta.
Woo!
How'd you do it?
Jeez.
Put him on the spot when he's not ready, when he's not prepared. He can't come up with anything that would prove he's a chef.
So,
cooked shrimp and pasta. Manuel, you have a gift.
Oh, we'll be playing this game all morning. It's a game sweeping the nation. It's a game capturing the hearts of America.
Oh, I'm into it.
It's T-Man. I'm ready to prove I'm a chef. Killing me in my earphones, Terry. My gosh, you and that Ariba. All right, maybe we won't. Maybe we'll just give you the home version of the game, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. All right, first caller gets a home version of the game. I can prove I'm a chef in 10 easy steps. Okay.
The T-Man Show.
This name, Terry.
Yeah, am I?
Hot Shot's gonna like this name. Pasty won't like this name.
Oh.
The person whose bill we're gonna pay this morning, if they call back in 45 minutes or less, or by the end of the show. They still have a very good shot of getting their bill paid today.
Okay.
Their name, which obviously stood out to me first and foremost here, is... You ready for this, Terry?
Sure.
I don't know if you're ready yet.
All right, hold on.
Well, let me tell you this. They sent in their U.S. bank credit card.
Oh, I love that.
They said, T-Man, pay my U.S. bank credit card bill balance for me, please. And that's a smart thing to do, Terry. Why would you want to pay your own balance when the T-Man can pay it for you?
All right.
She has a $1,000 credit limit, and she's right up against it. That I can tell you.
They always are.
She made a $33 internet payment last month.
Oh.
Not knocking down the right up against the $1,000 balance that she has.
But keeps the embarrassing phone calls from happening.
I have a nice itemized list of purchases that this individual made last month, and this individual's name,
let's get nosy,
to end all suspense, is Andrea Reamer.
Oh, you insist.
Andrea Reamer, you are on the clock. You have 45 minutes and then some to call us back at 1-866-6663-T-Man.
All right.
Andrea Reamer, we are waiting on you. Let's see what we did here, Andrea, on October 1st. Oh, you got the billing cycle off and running right away with your little visit to the Banana Republic, and kept herself restrained, Terry. Only made a purchase for $48.70.
Oh, yeah, that is good restraint.
Get yourself a little blousey situation, right?
Yeah.
Cute new blouse, lacy top. Oh, yeah, right. Very exciting, I'm sure.
Does this accentuate my love handles or no?
Then, let's see what else we got here. We have a purchase at Gem Journey. I don't know what Gem Journey is. Maybe she got herself a little notch above costume jewelry situation going for, a nice healthy purchase of $233.98.
Wow, it's quite the journey.
Yeah, that
she
is
needed
nice.
something at the Gem Journey that was more of an excursion than a journey that I could see here, Terry.
All right.
Probably needs the gym journey, if you know what I'm saying.
Not really. Anyway.
GYM.
Okay, $233.98. The Gem Journey was paid on October 3rd, and then we went to
pretty expensive costume jewelry, though. $233.
Well, if you think, I don't know if it's costume jewelry. It's called Gem Journey, so there's some gem somewhere in the store.
You have to find it.
So I said a notch above costume jewelry.
Okay.
A notch above.
Expensive.
Yes. Then she went, do you think that's a healthy purchase? All of a sudden, your new gem on your wrist, on your finger, on your around your neck, wherever it may reside, Terry, around your ankle. Oh yeah, because everyone's wearing the anklets. Yeah. All of a sudden, it doesn't seem like that much. When a couple of days later, you go to the Midas. And you have to pay the Midas dudes $336.80.
Ouch.
Front brakes.
Just the Midas touch.
Oh yeah, I bet you wanted that from some of the guys there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bring on that Midas touch, big boy. And I'll jack the payment up to $500, hun. Yeah, I'm sure the guys are very attracted to Midas, Terry. I don't know. You tell me. Is that the deal or what? Okay, yeah, all greasy and it's really, really hot.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, Midas was paid $336.80. That's always the payment that you're planning for, right?
Mm-hmm.
They probably just looked at her car.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, nothing wrong with it. That'll be $336.80.
Yep.
So the Midas payment is also on this bill.
Mm-hmm.
Then she went to kind of forget about the unfortunate incident that happened with her car.
Yeah.
She went to Bunny's shoes.
Oh, nothing like a pair of shoes, man.
Especially when you get them at Bunny's, Terry.
Oh, absolutely.
She went to Bunny's shoes, and she had a charge of $87.77.
Wow.
At Bunny's shoes.
Okay.
Sounds like someone's planning a big night out.
Yeah, it does. Got some Gem Journey jewelry or whatever.
Make sure the brakes were working just right for later in the night when she decided to park.
Or I'm going to drive home drunk and make sure my car works right.
Yeah, she got the Bunny shoes. She got the Gem jewelry. She got the Banana Republic top. Mm-hmm. I'm assuming it's a top. I don't know what the hell she got. She could have got a pair of sweats. Who knows? I don't know. Anyway. Well, look at this. apparently all didn't go so well because a few days later, she has the $78 charge to Atlas Towing.
Oh, that's the charge you hate.
Atlas Towing, Terry.
Tough deal there.
Trying to put together this puzzle, how her month went is kind of difficult. She just got the car fixed.
Right.
Don't you take extra good care of your car?
You try to, but when you...
Keep it out of trouble after you just paid $300-some-odd to get your car fixed?
Sure.
At least for a couple of days?
But remember, she probably went out, had a little bit of a too good of a time, parked or whatever.
I look so good in this blouse, no one will tow me in this handicap spot.
I think women think that. They can park wherever they want.
Maybe so.
Women have the audacity to think that the world's parking spaces belong to them.
And you come out and go, oh, no car. Bad feeling.
That is the exact reaction, by the way.
Yes.
Oh, how am I going to drive home drunk now?
Yeah.
Yeah, $78 to Atlas Towing, which is not the biggest towing charge you're ever going to see in your life, Terry.
No, definitely not.
Somebody cut her a deal or something. I'll knock down the charges.
Maybe she was good at negotiating.
Just let me lick those bunny shoes.
Whoa.
We got a deal.
Whoa.
Let me lick the bunny. The shoes, Terry.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, and then she drowned her sorrows in the Broadway grill, it looks like here.
Oh.
But not too heftily. She only paid $13.
Oh,
Give me one tall beer there, Jack. $13 charge, the Broadway grill.
Okay.
Apparently that didn't hold too long, because then she went to Aji Yoshi.
Oh.
And she paid $63 there.
Wow.
That's more than one tall stein of beer there, Terry.
It's got sushi written all over it.
No, it's too much of a charge for just sushi, unless she's going with 2 other friends.
Oh, she picked it up.
I don't know. After your car just got towed,
You don't feel like buying dinner?
and you're in your new buddy's shoes, if you're paying dinner for anybody. So I think she went. I think she went with her child or some relative that she felt required to pay the bill for at a nicer than teriyaki kind of or sushi kind of spot.
Okay.
I think it's more of your Thai. I don't know. Aji Yoshi, no, it wouldn't be Thai.
Sounds Japanese.
Yeah, sounds Japanese. Yeah. Okay, I'll go sushi and not look back. All right, let's see. Then she went to Mervin's.
Well, I mean, but it's not real money when you use a credit card, so why wouldn't you pick up the
That's
tab?
right. Why not go to Mervin's and just buy up the joint?
Right.
And put it on this friendly piece of plastic here.
Right.
You could pay more, but why? It's probably not Mervin's.
Amanda Reamer.
Wow.
You made quite the list of purchases here. Doesn't end there, Terry. Then she got some tickets from some spot for $187.50. She got tickets to something.
Jeez.
Something that cost $187.50. Someone wants to see an off-Broadway show. In her bunny shoes.
It's all coming together.
And her new blouse and her gem jewelry.
But cheaped out on the pants at Mervin's. Well, they look just like name brand.
Then she went back to the Broadway Grill.
Without name brand prices.
And she got a $30 purchase taken care of.
Broadway Grill when things go bad.
Woo!
And the last charge of the month. The final charge, Terry,
Yes.
on the 29th of October.
Was
at Macy's.
What did we get there?
It doesn't say, Terry. It just says Macy's West. Yes.
Okay.
So, Amanda Reamer, all these charges, every last one of them, from your new fancy brakes to your new fancy anklet to your new fancy top or sweatpants to your new fancy tall-ass beer there to your new fancy devil roll or spider roll or whatever the hell you threw down your fancy little throat.
Take them all.
Yes, we'll take 6 of each. We will take care of all those charges.
Ooh.
And why? Because you had the smarts in her, Terry, to send this bill right on into the T-Man show. That's why. That's why Amanda Reamer is sitting on getting all these charges and then some paid for, Terry.
Okay.
That's why.
Whoa.
The tickets to her fancy show. Or who knows, maybe she went to a sporting event.
Yeah.
Women don't pay. If they're going to go to a sporting event, they never pay, do they?
Well, unless they're trying to impress a guy.
Yeah. Maybe she
It's
took somebody
shocking.
out.
When I
No,
saw my...
if a woman has to impress a guy, if a woman feels like in order to get a guy, she's got to go so far beyond the Call of Duty to impress him by paying for sporting event tickets, I mean, that is just pathetic.
When I sell my tickets on Craigslist, every single time it's a hot girl that buys them. Every time. It's shocking. I think they buy them for like their husband or their boyfriend.
Yeah.
Well,
Try to,
You
yeah,
hear
it's
that a
kind
lot. I
of
mean,
sad, actually.
Yeah, many times.
They overpay every time, suckers.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's beyond sad and should never happen. No woman should feel so insecure about her relationship that she has to pay for sporting event tickets.
Wow.
And don't think you're making a nice gesture by offering to take him to a game. He doesn't want to go with you.
Oh, yeah, I love the upper deck. Thanks.
Oh, wow.
Jesus.
Jeez.
Watch it at home on HD, but
Oh,
yes, we're going to the game.
Oh, wow.
And I got to explain everything to you 6 times. That's worth it.
Nice.
I know you pay for these tickets, but can I, take my friend or what? $187.50 is maybe a tad better than Upper Deck. Who knows? Maybe we got mezzanine.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Sweet deal.
Well, they're probably $40 tickets, but it is Ticketmaster. So.
Oh, jeez, yeah. That $100 service charge against every time.
Yep.
Anyway, there's no service charge when you're buying Bunny shoes, Terry.
I guess not.
Bunny doesn't come on in and rape you after she
really?
make her a purchase of her shoes, right?
I guess not.
Amanda Reamer, you are on the clock. And I'm looking up at the call board to see if you are anywhere to be found, and so far, nothing.
Oh.
As far as Amanda Reamer is concerned, but we have absolute full-on hope-filled in our systems for you to call in at any moment now. Amanda Reamer, 1-866-663-T-MAN, and we will take care of your U.S. Bank credit card bill in its entirety.
How long do you date Amanda Reamer until her last name's not funny anymore?
Oh, jeez.
Probably takes a while, huh?
You have to ream her at least about 26 times for it to really wear off.
She must hate it.
You're giggling. The first 25 times, you're knocking the stuffing out of Amanda Reamer.
Yeah, okay.
As she's walking to the bathroom after you're done. If you can call it walking, Terry.
Okay.
Bow-legged, got it.
That's right.
Got the visual.
You're giggling under your breath about her last name for the first 25 times.
Texting your buddy, I just reamed her.
And then after that 25th time, she tells you about the tickets you bought for that sporting event, and you're like, oh, I'm so sick of this girl.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I probably can't be serious with you, you know. Just got out of a relationship. And,
Yes. So, yes, the 25 times, it definitely has its fun moments. Her last name does, in fact. And we will do our best to just pay your bill and keep it at that when you call in. I'm feeling very optimistic about Amanda Reamer,
Oh,
Terry.
good.
In the meantime, while we try desperately, and that's the only way we know how to try, Terry.
Desperately.
To find Amanda Reamer on one of these phone lines?
Yes, sir.
What do you have on your pile? Oh, crap.
Just to finish out some other news for you, Jessica Simpson and Tony Romo apparently are dating again, according to In Touch Weekly.
Dating again. She was dating him briefly last year when he looked like he was going to be the stud of the NFL world.
Right.
Then all of a sudden he drops a snap, and everyone in Dallas wants to kill him, and she doesn't want to take his calls.
Right.
And now that he back again now is resurfaced as a Pro Bowl quarterback.
That's the man.
I think I will go out with you. Let's go to Ajiyoshi.
Actually,
It's really nice.
Actually, she took him to a family dinner at her grandparents' house in Waco, Texas. Day after Thanksgiving there.
Waco.
Mm-hmm. I know.
Well, that sounds very romantic, too.
Yes, doesn't it?
Yes.
Oh, and here's another little story that could be, I don't know, nothing confirmed, I guess I should say. Chris Brown could be dating his manager, who's 30 years old.
Yeah. Chris Brown?
Yeah, dating
who's 19, right?
Who's 18.
He's, all right.
Yeah.
I think all right. Is he 18 or 19?
He just turned 18 this year, right?
I'm going to say 19.
I think he just turned 19 today, but who's counting 1 year or whatever? I'm not going to argue with you. He's 19.
Anyway.
His new movie looks fantastic.
Yeah, his dating, it did really well at the box office, by the way.
I'm sure you like him better at 18, Terry, but he's 19 now. Yeah,
well, he's dating a woman who is his manager. Apparently, she's 30 years of age. His mom is not happy about it. So.
Not the time to be making mom upset.
No.
Given all the fresh fallout from the Kanye West unfortunate situation.
Yeah.
You want to make the moms of the world kind of happy and appreciate that they're there for you.
Mm-hmm.
So this is going to have an impact on Chris Brown. The mom should keep out of this. All Chris Brown wants to do is have 25 sessions of reaming her and then move on too. I bet you this is one hot ass manager that he's blasted away on there.
I don't know. No pictures as of yet.
Trust me. I don't need to see any pictures.
Okay.
Chris Brown ain't screwing some managerial dog.
Right. I agree with you on that.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So we'll find a picture, and I guarantee you when we do, you're going to be like, wow. Even you, Terry, you're going to be like, wow, that is a hot-ass 30-year-old.
Probably wasn't hired because she's very organized.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Okay.
So I can understand from Chris Brown's mom's point of view. She knows that 30-year-olds have a way to manipulate. Even though Chris Brown is just caught up in the sex aspect of it all.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Brown's mom realizes what Chris Brown is thinking, but she's worried that the web is being spun here by a 30-year-old manager who also realizes that Chris Brown is all caught up in the spicy sex tear that they're having, you notice that? But before too long, Chris Brown's going to be under the spell of this manipulating 30-year-old manager.
Well, look what happened to Usher. Maybe him and his mother don't even really talk anymore. Had a little falling out with that.
That's probably the best way to go.
She was his, momager for a long time. And then,
yes. But what was their big fight about?
Well, because
who he was dating?
Who he married. And he was having,
And it turns out Mom was right.
Yeah, but...
Because Mama always knows best.
So...
Not Hogan, I'm sorry. Now... this manager that's being tossed around by Chris Brown, Terry, or maybe she's doing the tossing, who knows? He is kind of a healthy-sized man, Terry, so she's got to be pretty strong to be doing the tossing. But you said she's in her 30s or 30?
In her 30s.
In her 30s. Mm-hmm. That could be anything. I mean, that's a wide range. That's 10 years last I checked. So what are we talking here? Are we talking 30 or 39 or somewhere in between? What is she?
It just says...
I ain't see the damn story. They got to be more specific than that.
Well...
she's 85.
Oh, that's just in. Well, where is it? What is this? This is a Tony Romo story.
No.
Oh, here it is. No, I got it. Woman in her 30s. That's what it says. Why don't they give you...
And here's another one. It just says 30-something. So...
Is this a picture of her?
No, that's his mom.
Oh, that's his mom. I was going to say, she doesn't look that great. Here I was, guaranteeing that she was going to be a hot-ass 30-something manager, and then I saw a picture of a woman standing next to Chris Brown. I'm like, it better be better than that. Not that she looks bad for a mom. Now that I know that's Chris Brown's mom's kind of cute. But that's not what I was expecting out of the manager that he was tossing around.
No.
Well, you're 19. 30 seems old. I mean, 30 or 39 seems
old. Oh, no doubt.
Yeah.
He knows that he's screwing a real older woman here. This is a true older woman situation. But every 19-year-old needs this.
Okay.
If you can make it happen, every 19-year-old needs a run like this. This is Chris Brown's run through a woman who is experienced, and there's a very strong element of attraction that every 19-year-old is going to have a stage where he wants to run through that period of time.
All right.
What are you making faces for?
Well,
Trust
when you
me.
say that I'm trusting you, okay?
Not every 19-year-old can make it happen. Not every 19-year-old can snap their fingers and have sex with a hot-ass 30-something woman.
Right.
Trust me.
I understand that.
Don't get me wrong. He's eventually, very quickly, going to want to go back to 21-year-old, 20-year-old girls.
Right.
But he's going to want to have his run-through, if you can. Every 19-year-old wants to have his moment with a hot-ass 34-year-old woman.
Okay.
Everyone. Right. There's no one excluded.
Okay.
There's not anyone exempt from this conquest, if you will.
Okay.
I think Terry's making faces because she's worried about, in a few years, her children start reaching certain age ranges that put her in fear.
Sure.
You're going to hate every woman that your son goes out with. So what are you worried about, whether she's 35 or 16 or whatever? You're going to hate them all. None of them are going to be feeling comfortable in your company.
Oh,
I feel sorry for those women.
Wow.
No, this bitch ain't coming in.
I don't care if you wiped your feet. You ain't letting anyone in the house. Or if you do, it'll be the worst thing that ever happened to them if you actually let them in the house.
Wow. Gosh.
They'd rather be sent away at the door. Trust me, they don't know that yet.
Okay.
We know how tough you're going to be, Terry. We deal with it every day.
Mm-hmm.
Kicks our ass every day.
Mm-hmm. Amanda Reamer.
Stop it.
Is this you?
Yes, it is.
How you doing, baby?
Pretty good.
How you feeling?
Wonderful now.
Did you hear us call your name, or did someone give you a quick wake-up call when they heard your name?
Both.
So you heard your name called out by us a few moments ago, and you also got calls as your name was being called. That's making sure business is being taken care of here, Terry.
Yeah, that's for sure.
She's listening, and her friends are all listening, taking care of her.
Yeah.
Amanda, you made it in, obviously, well within a 45-minute range, so your U.S. Bank credit card is being paid, baby.
Thank you so much.
Something you could use this time of year or any time of year or what?
Very much so.
What you get at the old bunny shoes there, Amanda?
That's a really good shoe place in Santa Cruz, actually.
So what'd you get there?
I got a pair of shoes.
How they looking?
Got a pair of shoes.
Oh, the shoe place. Okay.
No way.
You want to tell us the color? Or do you want to tell us how you... All right, whatever. I guess.
Full-on ankle strap.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yes, please, please.
1996.
They're just sandals, actually.
Oh, just a pair of sandals to knock around in, Terry. Nothing special.
Knock around him, really.
What happened at the Midas shop there? Why was the big need to go over there for $336.80? What happened to your car?
A lot. It pretty much blew up.
Oh, wow.
Is that also the deal with the Atlas towing or what? Or is that something different?
So, yes, that is the same. I had to get it towed from San Francisco to where I live. So.
Why? Just kind of broke down or what?
Yeah, it was smoking.
It was smoking. I love how way women talk about cars when they're breaking down. It's smoking. It just stopped.
Well, $300 for a car that blew up sounds pretty good to me.
Well, you sure got your mind off it by going to Mervin's now, didn't you?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it looks like department store closed, but you don't pay the department store prices.
Oh, yeah, we got that. And what'd you get at the old Mervin's there?
I don't even remember.
Oh, yes. Look at love when women lose track of all their purchases, Terry. So necessary. Okay, well, are you married? Are you single? What are we talking about here with Life and Times of Amanda Reamer?
I have a boyfriend.
You have a boyfriend?
Yes.
And did you go to the game that you bought tickets for with him or what?
Yes, I did buy tickets.
Yes, I'm sure he was very excited. Did you surprise him? Was one of those surprise moments that you had him unwrap a little box and there were shiny tickets in there for the big game or what?
No, I think he helped me because...
Oh, he was a part of it the whole way and said, you pay for it.
You get that credit card. It's not really money.
I see. All right, so how long have you been going out with this guy?
Almost 2 years.
Wow, so it's pretty serious?
Pretty serious.
You guys live together or no?
Yes. He woke me up.
Uh-huh.
Oh, wow.
So you didn't hear your name called. He heard it. He's an extension of you, though. I get it. Well, congratulations, Amanda Reamer.
Yay.
Reimer.
So there's the
Reimer, she said.
Oh, it's Reimer.
Oh, that sucks.
Jeez.
Reamer.
You know it's Reamer.
You say Reimer, I say Reamer.
I'll take your word for it. Amanda Reamer, we are paying your entire balance of a U.S. bank credit card. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
All right, your balance is now down to zero. Well done. And why? Because you sent the bill into the T-Man. How simple is that?
Very simple.
There it is. That's the answer to the question.
Congratulations.
Very simple.
Yes.
Bunny Shoes will be in trouble when that balance is down.
I know.
Hang on the line.
Let's go shopping.
There it is.
All right.
Another very happy person out there.
Mm-hmm.
Not only does she get to impress everyone around town in her bunny shoes, but then she can smile to herself knowing didn't cost her a cent. T-Man pays your bunny shoe bill.
Cool.
That should be the new title of this promotion, no doubt.
The T-Man Show.
A beauty pageant in Puerto Rico turned ugly.
Oh, my goodness.
Someone apparently tried to sabotage one of the contestants.
Okay, I was thinking no beauty pageant in Puerto Rico. Even some of just the ugliest spots in Puerto Rico are some of the hottest situations you're ever going to find yourself in. But did you hear the story? I think I heard about this situation, Terry. They try to, in a sense, do a Tanya Harding kind of just bury the competition literally moments in this Puerto Rican pageant. Did you hear about it?
Right, yes.
Here, let me play it for you one more
A
time.
beauty pageant in Puerto Rico turned ugly. Someone apparently tried to sabotage one of the contestants. Now, according to pageant spokesperson, Ingrid Marie Rivera's evening gown was apparently doused in pepper spray, causing her to break out in hives. Someone also spiked her makeup with the same spray.
Yeah.
Now, despite the hives, Rivera still beat out 29 other competitors to represent her country in the 2008 Miss Universe pageant.
She still won, Terry.
Yes.
Talk about intestinal fortitude. Talk about perseverance. Even as she's up there hived out, she's up there on stage in this evening gown that she's feeling completely uncomfortable in, she still maintains unbelievable levels of poise.
Way to go.
While she's scratching her ass with a barbecue brush.
Wow.
She had to be uncomfortable, right? She's probably knuckles deep in her own VJ. Maybe this is what sealed the deal for her. I don't know. But she's got a tight-ass evening gown on. There's got to be a moment where she just realized something's very wrong here. Something obviously isn't right, and yet she has to keep her head high and do the beauty pageant thing. And right there before everyone's eyes, she's breaking out in hives. There's a made-for-TV movie in here somewhere, Terry. Do you feel it? And
I do.
She's still, because this is the happy ending that movie makers look for, she still finds a way to get the last laugh and win. She's so hot, even with hives all over her, Terry, that
That's great.
she beats the competition.
Yeah, she does.
I read about this story. They actually said that after the evening gown portion of the beauty pageant was over, once she got out of that evening gown, they started icing her down because she was flaring up so much, and to disqualify herself from the competition, she still went on with the show.
What a trooper.
And yet Miss South Carolina doesn't know anything about maps or whatever that was, with Slater standing right nearby. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a made-for-TV movie in there. But Miss Puerto Rico, my gosh, you were through the ringer and back and still were able to pull it off.
Yeah.
I guess you slept with enough judges that they didn't care. They know what you look like without hives, and that's good enough for them. Unbelievable. She broke out in hives and still won.
Yeah, amazing. It's great.
If anything, the other 29 contestants are really feeling bad about their future in the beauty pageant world. You were one of those 29 contestants that couldn't even beat the babe in hives?
The baby hives. Look at her.
That is not good for your resume.
No, it's not.
That you couldn't beat out the hive breakout beauty pageant contestant.
Right.
Is that guaranteed to happen if someone if someone like bathes your clothing in pepper spray and you put it on, you can't take it off, you're going to have a kind of skin reaction like that?
Yeah, I bet you would because pepper spray, pepper spray is an irritant anyway, so I'm sure that...
I shouldn't put it on my food?
Right, okay. Well, but I'm sure anybody's skin
Only
would
if you use salt and pepper spray.
React.
I use paprika spray.
In some way.
That's good.
Yes.
So, yeah.
And last I checked, those evening gown dresses can be rather close to the skin, Terry. So
I'd say yes.
When's the last you checked?
Yeah.
Oh, I check every day.
All right.
Yes.
So.
Something about the sequins and the pepper spray, just a perfect combination.
Oh, God.
Gets me feeling very, very nice. Anyway, well, this is a very happy ending kind of story here.
Yeah,
you never caught the person that did it?
They don't know. They don't know who the culprit was. Mm-hmm. But it doesn't matter now, does it?
No.
Because the mission was far from accomplished. Her and her scars are moving on to now worldwide beauty pageants.
Yeah. Can't wait to see her in the 2008 Miss.
Well, I have a picture that Pasty printed out for me of her without scars, and she's pretty freaking hot. I'll tell you that.
Really?
I would definitely take her with all the pepper spray breakout situation going on there.
Cool.
I'll ice her down.
I bet.
What else is going on out there that we need to be updated on, please?
Well, you know how I like to update you on the newest trends out there, and one of the big new trends happening is for the ladies in their 50s and 60s. They're traveling to Kenya looking for sex with 18 to 25-year-old studly men there.
That's pretty pathetic.
Well, some would say no.
Oh, yeah? Who?
These ladies who are doing it, paying the price.
At least when the men who realize how old they are in this country try to hook up. They try to hook up in our own country. They don't go to some place where no one speaks English and they just feel like this power trip and try to strong-arm the locals into having sex with them.
Oh, that's not true. It happens with men, too. They have to go to foreign countries.
Yeah, men go to foreign countries, but not when they're old and single. They go when they're, like, middle-aged and younger and single. They're not 50 and 60 when they go stag to some foreign country looking for sex. They do that in their 30s. They go to Brazil. They don't go to Kenya. Looking for sex with Kenyan women. Well, maybe they do. I don't know.
Yeah.
50 and 60-year-old women.
Yes. In fact, I have a quote from a 56-year-old woman who's only been identified by her first name.
This is kind of like how Stella got her groove back, Kenyan style.
Kenyan style, yes. Mm-hmm.
Wonderful. You should be ashamed of yourselves, ladies.
Well, she's not, because she says, quote, it's not love. I didn't come here looking for a husband. It's
exactly.
a social arrangement.
It's a social arrangement. She buys him a couple of trinkets.
Yeah, pretty much. Takes him out for dinner.
This 19-year-old Kenyan dude gets a couple of new fancy items. He gets a little fresh varicose vein old-ass VJ.
Hey, there you go.
And he's got a great story to tell a couple of weeks later when this 50-year-old woman is done with him.
Yeah, he gets himself another one because
That's
a new woman
sad.
coming off the plane.
All these fat women getting on board Kenyan Airlines for a little round-trip moment. Very pathetic. How sad does it get when you have no hope left in this country? That you just want to go have anonymous Kenyan sex?
Why not, right? If you can do it, you can do it.
What do you mean if you can do it, you can do it?
Well,
What accomplishment is that if you can do it, you can do it? Like some women can't do it?
If you can afford it.
Some women go over there and like, I couldn't pull it off. No one wanted me.
Well,
I was willing to buy him a new TV. I was offering this, that, and the other thing, and they turned me all down.
Well, no.
Obviously, they're going there because it's a guarantee for them.
Sure, and that's why they go. Yes.
I understand.
She's saying some women can't afford to go at all.
Right.
I'm saying, fine, if you can afford to go, and then if you can afford to go, that's one thing. You can acknowledge, okay, I can afford to do that. But then you actually follow through and do it.
Yeah.
How pathetic does it get in this world? You have to spend your money on going over to Kenya, having sex with some Kenyan dude who's taking a week off from training for the marathon, and then you leave him with nothing but a couple of items you bought him and a couple of really sad and hefty memories. Yes.
Well, I have a quote from a 22-year-old Kenyan man who
I'm sure
totally enjoys it.
Oh, I know they enjoy it.
Yeah.
I'm not feeling like they don't enjoy it, but I'm just saying it's pretty pathetic. If I'm a 60-year-old woman, I'd rather stay home and cry in my soup, where is obviously the place I more belong, than trying to masquerade all my sorrow by flying over to Kenya and having a 1 week full fulfilled kind of sexual little moment there with a stranger like that. That is pathetic. Sad. Doesn't get deeper into the world of the pathetic nature of the way things can get than that. Can you devise? Can you come up with a scenario that's sadder than that?
I don't necessarily think it's sad if that's what they want to do. Enjoy themselves. Fine. Go for it. Why not?
Obviously, there's no hope for you in the States.
Oh, so what? That's okay. That's fine. Let me go to Kenya. There's hope for me there, and I don't have to worry about it. No strings attached. Come back fulfilled and happy.
A lot of these ladies, I guarantee you, are white women.
Yeah, probably. Mm-hmm. So?
Doesn't that anger you?
No. Why would it?
Should.
Why?
Because they are, I don't know, it just should.
Okay, whatever.
Trust me, I'm right. Let me see that story.
But I just don't think that
old-ass women.
Maybe they're just looking for something to do, and you're right. Maybe they don't enjoy the what they find here. So
see, they even point out in the story these are white women.
Yeah, well,
these are white women in their 50s.
Yeah.
Heading over to Kenya, it's legal for them to have encounters with Kenyan men.
There you go.
And they're looking for men in the age range of 18 to 25. Did you mention that?
Yes.
They take them to fancy restaurants.
Woo, buy them a few things.
And then they have a night of just scandalous, taboo, interracial, intergenerational relations.
There you go.
That is...
It's on your checklist of things that you need to do in life, right?
Pathetic.
Before you pass on.
Sounds like Terry's ready to sit first class.
Well,
2 years away from it, man. I love Kenyan Airlines. They always treat you well.
Yes. This is not love, Terry.
No, and they identify that as such.
This is not love.
It's sex. Period.
This is varicose vein, slutty, cottage cheese thigh sex.
Okay.
Obviously, they're not going to Kenya looking for a husband.
No.
They've given up hope on that.
Right, and they don't care. Maybe they just got divorced or lost a husband due to something, whatever.
My gosh. Unbelievable. I can't believe what I'm reading here.
Why can't they just have fun?
These aren't even cougars anymore, Terry. Cougars are in their late 30s, their 40s.
Right, I understand.
The cougars are laughing at them. Oh, man, it really must be pretty dire for you, pathetic ladies. Boarding Kenyan Airlines. I don't think there is such a thing. And
I don't think so either.
Heading over there because this is your last hope. This is a last hope. This has last hope written all over it.
Yeah.
Okay.
A trip to Kenya has to be really expensive, and it's like a 24-hour flight.
A trip to Kenya to resort to this. And I'm staying at a resort, too. I'm sure they are. Yeah. To resort to this, to travel over to Kenya and smother these poor young guys
These poor
gifts.
young guys who are loving the gifts and love the high life that they're living for the minute.
Then they have to have these old, smelly ladies just smothering all over them.
They love it. They're not complaining.
Oh, wait, hold on. I'm having a hot flash.
Okay.
You don't need this.
Asphyxiated by that gross perfume she's wearing.
They're past the hot flashes? Exactly.
Well, the ones in the 60s, sure.
People in their 60s still want to do it.
Yeah, they do. And we've read plenty of stories how STDs in old age homes are on the rise because you have your senior citizens more and more active sexually.
Terry, the fact that you are totally endorsing this is so weird.
I just think that it's fine.
The fact that you love this. No, it's not fine. This is the opposite of fine.
But it'd be fine if it was a story about a guy in his 50s and 60s going and having
I'm the first to point out when a guy is being pathetic, Terry. I'm the first.
So you don't think
But at least guys get pathetic in their own country.
They go to other foreign countries. Don't even deny that.
They must realize how pathetic this is, these ladies, because they don't even want to be identifiable to what they did when it's all said and done. They come back to the States and pretend like it's life as usual. Sad. Whatever happened to just hanging yourself and calling it a life?
Oh, wow. But a man in his 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s doing the mail order bride thing and making her a sex slave back here.
Terry, they're helping someone in that situation. It's not just some temporary little bit of fun. They promise.
Right.
I'm not saying the mail order bride thing is
that's not pathetic.
A very respectable way of going about your days, Terry. All right. I'm not sitting here endorsing the mail order bride thing, but it doesn't get to the levels of this proportion of patheticness.
And he's looking for a life partner, Terry.
Yes, he meant well.
Right.
Everybody, meant well. This isn't even a situation where you mean well.
Everybody
it is what it is.
Everybody meets Svetlana.
Yeah, there is no hidden
We're in love,
agenda.
Mom. Okay.
She's just not here for the green card.
But if not, there's a money-back guarantee.
Right.
Oh, really? When does that expire?
Oh, geez. 2 days. I got to make a decision quick. Okay. Rob in Bellevue. Hello, Rob.
Jeez, let him have a good time. Why
Hello.
not?
Let's get some caller reaction on this new trend that you just hit us with.
Die happy.
I knew nothing about this. I didn't know that women could stoop so low in this world. I thought women still today had a bit of interest in having some dignity, Terry, but apparently not. Apparently now it's just come to a point where it's dignity right out the window, and I just got to get what I need.
Why not?
At whatever cost it'll take, at whatever level I got to resort to get my vagina filled, I'm going to take care of it, and I don't care how just low life it is.
There you go.
Expedia plus a credit card equals sex all the time. Oh.
Rob, you going to speak or no?
Yeah, I can't believe that the queen of the double standard, the hypocrite, can be okay and endorse this. If this had been men going over to see women, she wouldn't be like, well, the women are living the high life. You know she wouldn't be saying that.
And maybe it's happening somewhere, Terry, but you wouldn't be sitting on the radio highlighting and almost endorsing a bunch of 60-year-old men going over to some country, some white men going over to some country where there are some 18-year-old girls, black girls, and they're having sex with them and buying them a little bracelet before they leave.
That's because it happens all the time.
Give them a pearl necklace on the way out.
Oh,
Terry.
wow.
Here's a bag of grain for your village.
Whether it happens all the time or not, I'm not here to about it necessarily, and I wouldn't expect you to be on saying, "Oh, this is fine. This is great. These women deserve this. They've earned their money. They can do it with it as they please."
We've talked about plenty about mail order brides and things like that. This is what it is. There is no hidden agenda. This is basically what it is.
So they're upfront about it, so that's what makes it okay. The men in Kenya wait by the runway for these women to come off the plane, and they want what they know is in store for them for the week, and they know these women will be out of their lives before they know it.
Right. That's all it is.
I got a couple buddies taking a 17-day trip to the Philippines, and it's not for sightseeing.
Whoa.
So wrong.
See? There you go. Having a good time with it, right?
I hear the Manila Statue of Liberty is worth the row every time. Anyway, Terry, so you're saying mail-order bride situations are worse because these guys fill these women with promises, and then eventually when they're done using them up, they leave them on the straight corner.
Well, it's not only that, but I think it also is an abusive situation type.
So these women aren't abusing these poor, skinny Kenyan dudes?
How are they abusing them?
Because they're because
they're having sex with wrinkly old women?
And they're the average weight probably of about 240. These are the sizable older ladies.
Well, hey, they can buy the Kenyan men and they're happy with it.
These are the 50, 60-year-old women who have had a lot of pudding in their lives.
Okay.
Whoa. Okay.
All right.
Now, let's see. Patient just printed out a round-trip airfare to Kenya.
Yes.
Oh, there is a Kenyan Airways.
Oh, wow.
Really?
Yes.
Does it leave out of every major airport?
I don't know. It's listed right here next to Ethiopian Airlines.
You don't get very good snacks on that
1,000. But they're now fly-free. So, okay. $1,645 for a one-stop flight to Kenya.
One stop's not bad to Kenya.
Yeah.
You get 3 stops from...
That is not first class, however.
Oh, geez.
All right.
So,
Rick, you're on the air.
What's up?
How are you?
Well, I'm pretty good, but I think Tara's being a little slutty whore today.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
She's all saying, let's come on over to Kenya and get some ass, old lady. I mean, she should be sitting in that boat and go for a ride.
You should be protecting these young men who obviously at some point probably deal with some negative mental repercussions of that week or two that they have apparently like almost no choice but to spend with these 50 to 60-year-old American women who come over and think that they've made it all justifiable by buying them a trinket or two or paying for a little bit of dinner.
I know. You can get on MySpace. Why don't we go pick, a guy for Terry and the dude will give her a pearl necklace. Straight from Kenya, straight to her.
Unbelievable. You thought how Stella got her groove back had just a tad, a lace of a pathetic feel to it.
Wow.
This is as bad as it gets. How do you look yourself in the mirror? Well, you're probably taking mirrors all out of your house for a long time now if you're this desperate and old and ugly.
But you have to admit there's not every single woman who can probably afford to go is fat, ugly, or anything like that. I mean, I'm
Terry,
sure
they're 60. They're 50, all right? What else do you need to know about these ladies?
So all 60-year-old, 50-plus-year-old women are fat and ugly.
Men don't voluntarily choose to be with 55-year-old women. All right? They do it because they are lured in by the offers that are being made. It's prostitution at its finest.
Oh, it's legal there.
FaZe. You're on the air in Oakland. Yes, FaZe. Is it FaZe?
What's up, T-Man, Playboy?
How are you, sir?
Man, I'm just here chilling, man. Hey, look, I just wanted to say something right quick about to Terry. Terry, you do have double standards because I almost guarantee that if it was 60-year-old men
they do it now.
Again, young little 18-year-old women, you'd be talking about how big perverts they were. But if these 60-year-old women, it's all good. Let them have their fun, right?
They do it now. It happens every single day. Guarantee you that.
It has. What do you think? That's new? These 60-year-old women going out there?
I don't think it's well.
You're not bringing that up as news, Terry.
We've talked about it plenty.
We have not talked about it. I don't remember a segment where we've talked about that and where you sat there chirping away about how great this is and how these women are just doing what they have a right to do because it's legal.
Okay. I guess when you're 50 and 60-year-old women, you can't do anything. You just have to sit in your little rocking chair and wish that you had a life.
Now, her feeling about it right now would be totally different if it was the other way around.
You know, women are just more discreet about the things that they do. This is definitely not new. I guarantee.
So you think that a woman in her 50s and 60s don't have the same right as some
guy? They can do whatever
they want. Right, Terry.
Okay.
They should be sitting around like
it's all good.
my grandma did watching Wheel of Fortune.
I'll tell you what.
Why should they?
And making Jell-O.
Look, 60-year-old women, they want to get down and dirty. It's all good.
There you go. That's all it is.
What I'm saying is, your double standards of thinking is if it was a 60-year-old man going out there, you wouldn't be thinking like you thinking right now.
It happens all the time,
Listen to me very carefully. There wasn't a day in my life that I can recall, basically, where I didn't want to, as this man is putting it, get down and dirty.
Right.
Okay? There isn't a day in my life where that wasn't the case. But I had to accept for many years that it just wasn't in the cards. Women weren't into me for a large portion of time.
Right.
They were saying no left and right when I would make move after move on them, Terry. And I just had to sit back and say, that's the way it is. I'm not a rapist, unfortunately. That's not in me. So I have to accept that I'm not going to be having sex. Well, apparently these women are unwilling to accept where they are in life, like I was able to do, Terry. They're not willing to accept that sex isn't in the cards with American men, so that pretty much says that they should just decide to find another way to pass their time. No, these women find a way to manipulate the system. They go flying out to Kenya, where these young dudes don't even know what the hell hit them. They're getting a fancy meal, and then they're being just bombarded by the oversized 55-year-old armpit that stared them in the face.
Wow.
An hour later, Terry, this is what they really want?
How about some sleeves, lady?
Yes.
They don't know any better. My point is, there's a bit of dignity, believe it or not, in knowing you have nothing left like these women do, or knowing you have no game for a particular portion of time in your life. I mean, I could have had sex if I raped women too, Terry. But that would have been wrong, right?
But this isn't illegal. I mean,
all right, this is legal there.
This is right on the borderline of being
No,
illegal.
it's not. Not when you have a
is.
22-year-old Kenyan man sitting there going, hey, this is great. I love it because I'm living the high life for however long I am.
If I'm in Kenya,
and I enjoy it.
If I'm in Kenya, I'm holding my nose and I'm saying, bring it on, lady. I am absolutely with these Kenyan men. Okay? So I understand that, yes, these men aren't pushing these ladies away. I accept that these dudes, as I said, they're lining up at the airport waiting for them to get off the planes because they're offering them more than they can get anywhere else. But there is something so low rent about these ladies that they should have a trace of dignity and refrain from stooping so damn low, flying who knows how many hours, stuffing their face with all the first class and coach meals they can talk the flight attendant into giving them.
Are you going to eat that, you think? Or no?
And then getting off the plane. I'm here!
Jeez. Oh, boy, is this hot. Oh, my. What a cooker today.
Do they think that the Kenyan men are enjoying the sexual part of this, Terry? All right? Yeah, money can buy you a lot of things. Money, basically, apparently, hear stories like this, apparently has no limits. But do you really think that these American women think these Kenyan men are enjoying this sex? Oh, I could tell he was into it as much as I was. Please. So the vomit didn't clue you in on anything there?
Wow.
Just sad.
Braden. They say 1 in 5 wealthy women go to Kenya.
Go to Kenya?
Kenya to have the little...
1 in 5 wealthy 50 to 60-year-old women are not doing this, Terry.
That's what it says.
Where the hell did you get that?
From Reuters.
That can't be right. 20% of the women.
From MSNBC-MSN.com. 1 in 5 wealthy female travelers in search of young men.
Yes.
Hold on here.
See, it's going to be something completely different.
No, that's a pretty small group. Wealthy women in search of young men go to Kenya. 1 in 5.
Oh,
yeah.
1 in 5 wealthy women.
Women travelers in search of
as opposed to going to, down the street to a bar.
Right.
Right. If you're going to get on an airplane in search of young sex, you go to Kenya. 1 out of 5.
Mm-hmm. Well, the word is out on Kenyan men. They probably are just absolutely tireless. And these women need that because they need breaks. And they need guys who can just pick up whenever they're ready.
Well, if your mom asked you for a trip to Kenya this year, you'll know why. Why do you want to go there, Mom?
You sure you don't want me to go with you?
Nope. One ticket, please.
Braden, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Braden, apparently right now as we speak, is in a mental hospital. Yeah, you there, Braden?
Yeah, I'm here.
You in a mental hospital, dude?
Yeah, I'm in Napa State Hospital.
And what caused you to have to go there?
I caught a burglary charge and felon in possession of a firearm.
And
got sentenced to 6 years, 8 months.
In a mental hospital?
Well, at first they were trying to send me to prison for 15 years because I had priors.
Yeah.
And I kind of played crazy for a while because I really was kind of scared to go to the pen.
Good move, good move.
You know?
And you got phone privileges now inside of the hospital or what?
Yeah, we have a payphone.
Uh-huh. Well, you've been on hold for about 40 minutes, I see.
Yeah, I've been on quite a long time waiting.
You must have a whole roll of dimes there, huh?
There ain't nothing but time.
Oh, yeah, dimes and time. So what can we do for you this morning, sir?
I want to tell you guys about a crazy story, man.
All right.
But it's pretty crazy.
I think I just heard one.
What?
Yeah. But go ahead.
Acting like you're a nut, pretty crazy in itself.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was found innocent after 2 years. Or I was found not insane, that I don't have a mental illness.
So talk about manipulating the system, Terry. This man did it.
Well, that's
to the
how a lot
fullest
of...
extent. But this man was fighting for his life, Terry.
Yes, he was.
These women aren't in positions where they're fighting for their lives, Terry.
Yeah, it's pretty hectic in here, man.
I imagine, yeah. I'm sure your neighbors aren't the kind of people that you would actually spend time with if you were on the outside, right?
Heck no, man. These people talk to themselves. They
These guys are crazy.
Yeah.
Fucking nut jobs at the mental hospital. What the hell is this place?
Who would have thunk, huh, Brandon?
Stick a plastic spoon in your eye hour? I'm not into that.
Hey, man, I've seen.
It's hard to play checkers, too, when they're in the straitjacket, huh?
I've seen people, man, they hold you down like 12 deep, man. Tie you to a bed and stick you with Thorazine.
Yeah, maybe jail didn't sound so bad after all, huh? Oh, jeez. Well, you got the laugh for the spot.
Yeah, he does.
You got the laugh down there, Braden.
Yeah, that's right.
What else can we talk about real quick? You got 30 seconds.
Well,
then I got to move on to somebody else, Braden. What do you got?
I got a story about a staff member that was here, right?
All right, tell me real quick.
And we kind of had this thing going, and it's kind of like really unacceptable for staff to be messing with the patients.
Oh, so you're talking about a female staff member that you were getting like all up and bothered with, or what?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was, man.
Really?
And she used to come into my room, man, because I was housed by myself. But first I started out as a 1-to-1.
Who's gonna believe his story over mine? Yes.
That's where like a staff member watches you 24/7.
At least this is a notch up as far as the dignity scale, Terry, from going to Kenya.
Yeah, were you telling her you were faking the whole time?
Them girls would put me right back in here.
So you had sex with a mental hospital guard.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, they're usually pretty hot.
Now, do we want to believe Braden's story, or is
Hey, man, it's woo.
Oh,
woo.
When you say it like that, I gotta believe you.
Yeah. They spend 14 hours here with us a day.
All right. So how did you make it happen with this mental hospital guard? Were you in private, or were other whack jobs watching you? What were we talking about
here? She was my 1-to-1. She watched every move of mine. Like, she had to watch me 24 hours a day.
So she knew your schedule pretty well.
Yeah. And so we just started talking, and I just started macking on her, man. And before I knew it, we was hanging out. We was, watching movies together on my TV.
Now, why is everything past tense? If it was as good as it sounds, why don't you and her have a plan to keep it going?
Because the other staff gets suspicious.
So she got a little paranoid. She told you she can't keep it going anymore because sooner or later she'd get caught and she'd lose this great job.
Yeah, that's right.
So how many times you do it with her?
About 4.
4 times.
Yeah.
About 4? I mean, you can count to 4, right?
About 4.
Well, what's about?
I'm asking again. Was it 4 or was it more or less than 4?
Yeah, 4.
Okay, 4.
A solid 4.
Okay. And 1 may not count. And where did you guys, where were you able to find a private spot? Like in a stairwell, or what was it?
2 times was in my room.
Mm-hmm. You have a private room?
Yeah, I had a room by myself at the time.
All right.
Just bringing you the meds.
And then, and then another time we were out walking, and there's like we get like grounds access.
Yeah.
And it's probably like a mile all the way around the whole hospital.
And then you gave her some ground access?
And yeah.
It
was late at night.
Right.
About probably like 7, 8 o'clock. This was in the summertime when curfew was later. And we were walking around and we pulled off, and I just started like touching her and kissing her.
Smack her in the head with a bottle of Ritalin, and the rest is just basically straight out hardcore history, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
It was pretty funny.
All right, yeah.
So the staff never caught on that you were faking the whole time?
Yeah. Well, they all know that. They're releasing me in the beginning of January.
Maybe, Braden, maybe everyone feels like they're faking where you're at. You know what I'm saying?
No, there's some people here, man.
Maybe you're crazier than you really realize, Braden.
Paranoid delusion.
Maybe everyone feels like they're being let out in January.
Ooh.
Yeah, I would be tied up.
January 2017.
let them serial killers out, huh?
Mm.
There's crazy people in here.
Braden, it's been fascinating talking to you.
All right.
And we hope to hear from you very soon, whether it's still inside the mental hospital or the day you get out or whatever it
And
may
I'll
be.
call you guys the day I get out.
Oh, sounds good, Braden.
All right.
Take care, sir.
All right.
Have yourself a merry little mental hospital Christmas there, all right?
Oh, yes, definitely.
All right.
All right.
I'd love to hear the caroling that goes on there, huh?
Yeah, that's right.
I wonder how
All the
Thanksgiving.
shamrocks.
How was Thanksgiving at the mental hospital?
Man, we got a piece of pumpkin pie.
Oh, I don't doubt it. Very good, Braden.
All right.
Take care.
They just tell them that's everything. Nope, it's all on your plate right there. That's the turkey and everything.
Pumpkin pie with the file in it, Terry. Oh, delicious. What the hell was that, Terry?
That'd be tough to keep that up, though.
Yeah, it would.
Oh, he's coming. Oh, I'm just waiting for my spaceship.
I think that was a dude calling from a studio apartment. Nothing to do today.
Didn't hear anybody screaming or talking to themselves in the background.
Well,
I kind of like to stay there for a while and see what that's like.
Oh, I wouldn't.
How long you want to spend in the mental hospital?
I could do a week, I think.
You either got to commit to a week or you get nothing.
I could do a week. Just act nuts for a week. It'd be great.
All right. It's a deal.
I just peed my pants.
Oh, wow.
We'll change you after we change these first 18 guys.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll be waiting.
Very good. It's a deal. Someone's going to accept your offer.
All right.
1 week.
Wow.
See if you come out the same person.
No.
The T-Man Show.
I caught you during the break, Terry, on the phone with your travel agent, making a little trip to Nairobi.
What's the thread count on the sheets?
I hear it's so nice this time of year.
Right.
Trying to convince her travel agent she really wanted a vacation.
Right. I took a little safari or something.
I hear it's like 160 degrees in the shade. That's really what I'm looking for. Oh, yes. Book me on the next flight.
Sounds fun.
Sick! Twisted! I can't believe
Jeez.
that 59-year-old women have found a way to have intercourse with 20-year-old men. Found a loophole, a legal way. That's what makes them feel all good about things. Mm-hmm. Oh, this is legal. We're not like some dirty priest out there. Might as well be.
Oh, wow.
All right?
Yeah, you are preying on people, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Well, unlike...
Exactly.
No,
and why, Kenya? I'll tell you why. They're marathon runners. I'm sure pretty sizable, too. Young, strapping men. She comes out of the bathroom in her negligee. Oh, who's that standing next to you? Oh, wait, that's your schlong. Oh, good.
Wow.
So good. Didn't know what it was.
Mm-hmm. Just what I hoped.
Oh, my goodness.
It's sick. It's nasty. It's nasty.
The one thing that this article does say is that the women actually stay with the legal age limit, which is 18 and above.
I understand.
Whereas...
if they can get away with doing 15-year-old men, they probably would, but they want to be all legal about this. It's prostitute. They're buying these men. They're showering these men with all kinds of gifts, Terry. That's the only reason it's going on. And don't get me wrong. I'm not saying these Kenyan men want this to stop. I told you, they're lining up at the airport.
Right.
They're playing. They're all excited. Hervé Villachez comes back to life, Terry, and points out when the next one is landing. Now, Mary is a 61-year-old listener, Terry.
Yes.
And she wants to come on and have her piece. Mary, are you there?
Oh, I'm here.
Oh, jeez. Yes, Mary, what can I do for you?
Well, what you can do for me is just kind of like, look at the whole perspective of this whole thing. First of all...
Mary, I hope you're not endorsing what some of your colleagues, some of your peers out there in this world are doing.
These are not my colleagues. Maybe my peers are not my colleagues, first of all. And also, you have to look at what society does in this day and age is puts a woman who is in her 50s and 60s out to pasture, so to speak.
Well, let me just say
and
this,
also,
Mary.
Also, let me finish here. Also,
I will give you the floor, yes.
Okay. Also, you have to also look and see women who are in their 50s and 60s don't look like they're like in their 80s and 90s as you may perceive them to look.
You're right.
You know, you're looking at women with this so-called cellulite and all this stuff. Have you seen women these days? Have you seen Lauren Hutton? Have you seen these people out here who are in their 50s and 60s? You know, but it's society who makes a woman have to go there. And first of all, it's not anybody of color doing it, you know, because they can't afford to do that sort of thing. You know, but the bottom line is this, is that you men tend to go for women who have fake breasts, you know, fake hair.
Oh, men are
wait a minute. Hold it. Let me finish here. You know, hold on. You men put this whole thing like if you don't have that sort of thing going for you, then you're not there. You know, a woman who is in her 50s and 60s, you know, has compassion. We're mature, you know, but we are not dogs. You know, right. You make it sound like we're something that just is coming out of the woodwork.
Mary,
just, you know, some kind of succubus, and that's not the case.
Can I retort now, please?
Of course, dude. It's your show.
Well, apparently not. It's Mary's show.
Mary and the money.
Yeah, I'm giving in for that. Now listen,
but she makes some good points. You have to give her the credit there.
She sounded like maybe she made a good point or two.
No, she made great points.
I made quite a few points here.
It was a horrible display of trying to make points, Terry.
No.
Because if they were so desired, if they were so beautiful as Mary was portraying them to be, then why can't they get laid in their own country, Terry? Why do they have to fly 60,000 miles?
It's because of the way you men in the United States perceive women.
And because the men in their 50s and 60s in that same age range are going after the 22-year-olds.
So Mary wants us all to know that the men of America drove these women to have to do this.
A lot of times they do.
As she points out.
Would you please be accountable for your own actions, Mary? Where's the accountability? I know I'm not speaking to you specifically.
I know you're not.
Because you already told me that you have too much dignity. I would hope you were saying. It should, Terry.
It doesn't.
It should.
Well, first of all, yes, I do have too much dignity just to go out and get and purchase, you know, a dick. Okay.
Wow.
Okay. But here.
Put it that way. Sounds kind of nice.
Yeah. But here's the deal. You know, is that I don't discriminate on age. I don't discriminate on color. I don't discriminate on any of that.
It discriminates on you.
So if I happen to meet somebody who is younger than me and we want to go for it, we're going to go for it. You know.
And you should know
I don't need to have society or you.
Oh, jeez.
Society or you try to qualify who I am and what I do.
But that's because you have actually said, you know, you like she said earlier, you made it sound like women in their 50s and 60s are fat and ugly.
And this only adds to it. What am I to think? What am I to think when I hear a story about how women have obviously no other hope to get any ass, that they have to go over to Kenya and shower these men with gifts?
They don't want to play the games. That maybe that's the other thing.
Maybe it's about choice.
Yeah, it is. Obviously, it is choice. They make a conscious choice.
Don't now say it's about choice.
Well, it is.
I just got you to admit that if they could get it in this country, they wouldn't then need to travel 500,000 miles to Kenya in 195-degree heat in the shade.
Maybe they got it in this country
and shower these men that they don't even know how to connect with really on any level other than sex by showering them with gifts to get some ass.
You know, maybe it is what it just is, and it's their choice.
I'm telling you what it is.
And there's no shame in that.
You men will go out there and buy something. You know, so why can't a woman go out and buy something if she chooses to?
And that's what they're doing.
You know, and so why are you downing them for doing?
Because they're downing themselves.
Oh, but men aren't. Men are cool for doing that.
Themselves to a stature that I never thought I would see the day that women would go.
Oh, please. You're a chauvinist. That's a really chauvinistic way of thinking.
I'm just telling you what's happening, Mary. If that makes me a chauvinist by telling you, laying it on the line for you and telling you what's happening.
For women, right? right?
I never said it was okay for men to resort to these type of tactics. I never said, hey, this is perfectly fine for men to do, but women doing it is despicable. I'm telling you that when
Jesus, it's despicable for women, but
it's actually the opposite. I used to have a level of respect for women that is actually diminishing. I'm actually getting close to putting them with the lump of louses that are men, Terry. Because if women are going to resort to this, well, then I better reevaluate my high stature that I put women in, because it may not exist anymore.
Are you short?
Am I short? I'm 6'1", Mary. So what's your next move now, Mary?
You sound like a short man with a short way of thinking.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mary. Okay, so when in doubt, when you're not winning the argument, you're going to take me on personally. Is that right, Mary?
I never thought this guy would resort to
take you on personally. I'm only talking to you because I listen to this show because my coworker listens to this show.
And now, no one.
Otherwise, I wouldn't be listening to this show.
Right.
But when
really
you're pushing a button here,
I
mainly because
you don't like to hear about what's going on in your world.
I know. Hey, I hear about what's going on in this world. I don't like to hear about what the president's doing in this world.
Right,
I don't like to hear about what's happening in the Middle East. But as far as what's happening on this show,
I'll tell you what. I'll be short for you today. I will stoop. I will walk around at no taller than 5'5" today, just to complete your picture.
Any way you want to be.
Okay.
But how you come across very small on your show. Yeah. And you know something else? For all the women in the world who are in their 50s and 60s. You just don't matter. You just don't count. And the only reason why I listen to your show is because it happens to be on my coworker's desk. Otherwise, I wouldn't waste my time.
Mary. No one listens to the show unless they have a gun to their head. Don't you know that? We lead the world in ratings of people that have guns to their heads. Nobody wants to hear our program by choice. Mary? Oh, Mary hung up, Terry. You see what you've done, Terry?
What did I do?
You read a story about Mary's peers, and Mary comes down on me because I'm telling you how pathetic it is. And there's no way to evaluate the story other than feel that it is so pathetic. She even admitted it was pathetic, but then she gets mad at me. She admits that the story that you read is the utmost height of being as pathetic as it gets, and then on top of, after agreeing with me, she gets on me for telling her that I agree with her. Basically. That's exactly what just happened there. She doesn't want to hear me say it. She can say that it's pathetic, and she wouldn't do it. She wouldn't lessen her dignity to do it.
She
but when
said that
I
it's
say,
not in her
it makes me such a bad man. I'm sorry.
She didn't like the fact that you are saying that women in their 50s and 60s are all old and fat and unattractive.
Listen, she could hear what she wanted to hear. I don't know if I said that. I don't know if I believe that. Probably true. But I don't know if I even went out and said that. But Mary is just upset because she has woken up to the reality of the world that she apparently has been living in and maybe did or did not know about but didn't want to acknowledge. That women her age have to resort to this. I just told you. I accepted all those years when I wasn't good-looking enough or all these other things enough to have women be interested in me. And I took it like a man!
God, that guy sounded pissed. What was his problem?
That was a woman. That was Mary.
Oh, my bad. You mean Mary? Boy, she wasn't dissolving any of the stereotypes of 60-year-old women, huh?
Mary, you can be angry with me. You can pretend that you hate me.
Man, you're chauvinist.
But deep inside...
Mm-hmm. I'm listening.
You know you can't stop listening, Mary.
I am. I'm listening right now.
And you know you love me.
I just sent in a bill.
And maybe if you buy me enough gifts...
It's a Kenyan Airline bill.
If you send me enough gifts, Mary, flat screen TV, maybe a nice dinner or two.
Okay, whatever it takes.
I'll have sex with you too, Mary.
Okay.
Because I am different than any Kenyan man, Terry.
Can we film it and watch it back on the flat screen you're going to buy me?
Wow.
I expect nothing less, Mary.
Okay. I want that in 16.91 ratio.
And when I get a whiff of your armpits and then some,
right,
I'll be telling you how rosy and perfectly smelling it is, when in reality, it smells pretty nasty.
Yeah, I would agree with you, but only sex after a shower. That's the only time we'll do it, I promise.
Isn't it kind of funny how upset and angry Mary got with me, Terry?
I understand where she's coming from. I do. And she made some great points. I mean, men...
They did nothing!
She did. And granted, she may think that, she, for her own personal self, it's not something that she would do. It's not, that she would, call upon, but
the only person,
she's fine with it.
The only person Mary was truly mad at was Mary.
Ooh.
Oh, jeez.
Go back to having a little lamb, Mary. Everything will be better.
Oh, wow. Stop.
The T-Man Show.
But now I guess I gotta move on.
Oh, yeah.
It's still hard, and I still love you to this day. Peace.
Terry, the calls are lined up from pillar to post to want to get their comments on this story about 50 and 60-something-year-old women flying over to Kenya to get their freak on and then leave as if nothing ever happened.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm pretty much exhausted with this topic. I'm ready to move on. I actually got a dude from Kenya on the line who wants to give his thoughts. We actually have to. We obviously have to hear from him.
Oh, okay.
So I'll take a few more calls on this and then prepare us to move in another direction, Terry. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
All right, let me go to...
Women flying over.
Oh, jeez.
To get their
Hello? Is it Jomo? Jomo? What's your name?
Jomo.
Jomo, turn your radio down, Jomo.
Yeah.
Turn your radio all the way down, bud.
Okay.
So we don't get any feedback. What can I do for you, sir?
Yeah, I was listening to the comment you were saying about the 50, 60-year-olds going to Kenya.
Yes, Terry, if you're just tuning in earlier on, found the story of a very fascinating new trend that is rarely sweeping the nation in big proportions, where 50 and 60-year-old women are hopping on planes, paying whatever cost is necessary to get themselves situated with a 18 to 25-year-old man from Kenya. They smatter him with gifts and fancy meals, and they have a week's worth of sex with him and then fly back as if nothing ever happened.
I think that's pretty cool.
So you, being a man from Kenya, and there was no surprise here, Terry, we've all gone on record saying we could understand it from the Kenyan man's perspective, would be absolutely cool with this. You would be...
I would have sex with a 50, 60-year-old every day.
Every day.
Now, would you do it for free? Would you do it just for the love of it? Or would there have to be that element of being showered with gifts and fine meals?
Hey, why do you think we win the marathons, man?
I just thought it's because you're the skinniest.
You're in good shape.
And you're in great shape, and you can run forever without even taking a deep breath.
No, see, the thing about it is, like, in this country, people are so, like, age-conscious about everything.
Mm-hmm.
So if a 50, 60-year-old want to get her freak on, hey, let her do it, you know. I've seen, like, 60-year-olds over there having sex with, 18-year-olds. You know?
But let's say a American woman, and these women are predominantly, if not every last one of them, I think you said, is a white woman, right? That's what the story says on Reuters. Wealthy white women.
Yes,
that's right.
Yes, and I didn't even mention, by the way, the last caller. What was her name, Terry? Mary. Mary, who got all up and bothered with me and seriously expressed her displeasure with me. I didn't even mention, by the way, because she was so into me not cutting her off.
Right.
I was allowing her to have the floor to such a degree that I didn't even mention that she said something highly racist, Terry, when she said, like really almost under her breath, that black women don't have the money to travel. Did you hear what she said that?
She said
I just let that go. Yeah. That was terribly offensive, Terry.
Well,
to anyone.
Well, T-Man, like I'm saying, the people that go over there, and these young guys are really, really excited to meet them, And
I would be too if I was them, yes.
Yeah, I mean, like if I was there too, I would do the same. And even here, I would do it.
Okay, let's see what you're getting. You're getting all kinds of stuff that you wouldn't ordinarily be able to get. Who wouldn't want to be in position for that? And the worst part about it, and this is the worst part about it, is you have sex with women that are probably not your top choice as far as picking a partner to have sex with for a given week. But when it comes down to it, it's sex. So that's never going to be horrible.
Right.
I mean, people out there dig up corpses to have sex. That's how much men want to have sex. So that's the worst part about it. That's fine. So it's a great deal all the way around for these Kenyan men. Yes.
T-Man, that's the way you are looking at it. But these guys, really excited to have the sex. You know what I'm saying?
And I understand that part of it. They're excited to have the sex, but I'm not so sure that all these men are lining up in the fashion that they are to have sex with these American women if all it was these women getting off the planes, having sex with them, and then getting back on the plane. That element of getting the fancy dinners and the fancy little gifts and items and jewelry and whatever else, electronic equipment, who knows what is being thrown their way. But that is a key part of the story that you read.
True.
That
Well,
these women, the arrangement that they make is they shower these men with gifts that either they're not able to get because the country doesn't have a surplus of them or they don't have the funds individually to buy them on their own. That is a key element of this story. All right? And that makes it, in some way, shape, or form, that makes it a prostitution-type situation.
Well, T-Man, the thing about it is, I don't want you to make it sound like they are taking advantage on these guys. They have a choice to do it or not.
I
Not
understand.
everybody over there is doing it.
And they're making the right choice. I said now 100 times that if I'm them, I'm absolutely not even thinking twice about it. I'm doing it.
Doesn't mean it's not pathetic, though.
And I'm loving it. No, it's not pathetic from the Kenyan man point of view. It's pathetic from the woman's point of view. That this is what they have to resort to. Mm-hmm. That's where the pathetic situation begins and ends. And nobody said a damn thing to convince me otherwise. Not Mary, not anybody.
You still not convinced?
Jomo, I'm glad you called the show, sir.
Thank you.
I'm sure you wish you were back in Kenya right now because you're missing out on all the fun.
I know.
Yes. Indeed. Tina, you're on the air. Tina, are you there?
Oh, yes, I am.
Hi, Tina.
I had to turn the radio down.
I'm glad you did.
I guess I agree with some of the things that Mary said, and I agree with what the Kenyan man just said.
Mm-hmm. Well, that makes two of us. I agree with some of the things that Mary said, and I agree with the things that the Kenyan man, Jomo, said, yes.
But I think the fact that you just said that, there's something wrong, obviously, that women have to go and do this. I mean, there's a different appreciation in different countries from different cultures about women. I am 50 myself.
Oh, jeez. Yes.
But as soon as I got divorced, I kept attracting all these younger men from 23 to 33. It looks like it's me the magic number.
Mm-hmm.
And at first I thought, no, I'm not going there. And then I said, what the hell?
Why not, right?
Yeah. And then also a couple years ago, I spent 3 months in Central America. I went to Belize just to kind of go on a retreat.
Right.
Check, please. I'm ready to go.
Yes. Get to the point here.
Okay. Well, anyway, I got approached from a DJ that he had all his choices in the club.
Oh, DJs.
23 years old.
Do anything. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, jeez.
23-year-old DJ, yes.
And, I'm just saying that, that different men in different cultures had different appreciation.
Hey, Tina, listen, if you are hot enough to attract young men, that's beautiful. I have always had an appreciation for older women. I have never in my life, more so when I was younger, Terry, more so when I was 19 than now that I'm in my mid-30s, but I still am attracted to older women. You're not talking to a guy who says all women who are old have no usefulness. I'm not saying that despite what Mary wants you to believe. She only hears what she wants to hear. I'm just saying these women who obviously aren't like you and don't have the ability to attract men in America, and that's why they feel the desperate need to jump on a plane and resort to these tactics. They have to, deep inside, feel that what they're even doing is pathetic. They must know it, aside from the fact that I know it oh so well. They even know it! So why is Mary getting all bent out of shape with me, Terry? Because Mary knows that she wants to be on that plane with him, and just doesn't. She's in that little gray area, Terry, and that's what these Kenyan men are in too, by the way. She's in this little, not so little. She's in this little gray area where she wants to do it, but she knows deep inside that would psychologically bring her to a level that would just completely unravel the dignity within her.
What the hell?
So she's hurting from both ends.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah. That costs extra. Well, what the hell would Tina and I talk about on a date, though? She's 50. You go out with 33-year-olds?
Oh, jeez.
Well,
23-year-olds?
I just keep attracting those kind of men.
And the men, this 23-year-old DJ that you attracted, what was the conversation like when you guys went out?
Oh no, I was at the club.
Oh, geez.
And I was actually this other man.
Easy, Mark.
Can you put a little Malox in my vodka cran?
No.
Wow, you guys.
And he spotted me, in the crowd, and just kind of made his move through the crowd.
Yeah.
And then...
Tina, stop right there.
Mom, is that you?
Oh, geez.
You don't think you stand out a little bit as an older woman in the club that maybe this was just a guy that saw kind of an easy takedown?
There were all kinds of ages there.
I know that's the way you want to make it seem like it was, but in reality, when you go to your typical club, maybe it was outside of this country, so you found a club that was more of an older age kind of crowd, but even still. Right. You're in your 50s, you said, or what?
I'm 50 now.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't think you stood out as kind of the olderest person in the club, or what?
No, I wasn't the oldest looking. I mean, I look more like my...
There's a 51-year-old. I'm okay.
Most clubs don't offer a senior price for the cover.
Right. Yeah.
You don't get the early bird special at most clubs there, Tina.
Most of the time, men think that I'm in my late 30s.
Okay, so you're holding up really well, and that's wonderful. And there are a lot of women like you. Yeah,
there are.
Well,
and I'm first to admit that. But these women who are going over to Kenya aren't those women. Thank you for the call. Can we move on now, please?
Jeez.
Is that possible?
Oh, okay, if you'd really like to.
I got so many calls.
She was 12 when they landed on the moon. Holy crap, 23-year-olds don't even know we were on the moon.
Oh, I got all these old bags calling in now.
Oh, yes. See, now they're old bags.
Oh, well, I mean, please.
Stop.
Let me talk to Dee real quick. Yes,
Okay.
Dee.
Mary, Tina, and Dee.
Yeah.
Dee, go ahead. I got Gladys on line 60.
Jesus.
Hello.
Yes.
Hi, Christine.
Hi, Dee.
You know, I really love you. I'm 46 years old.
Oh.
I'll get that right off the bat there. And I listen to you all the time.
It's nice to know that people of all ages are listening, and when they feel the need...
Listen, don't call me old, though. I may have to come visit you.
I'm not calling you anything.
Wow. Here she comes.
Sounds like an offer I can't refuse, by the way.
I did turn you out.
But I just honestly, I don't think that it's a really big deal, them going to Kenya.
Right.
I mean, I think it's their business if that's what they
No one's saying it's not their business. Or fine. You want to say
saying,
it's their
though,
business,
that it's
that's a whole other...
pathetic. And
it is
really,
pathetic.
it's not. It's just
absolutely
what
pathetic.
they want to do.
It is what they want to do. And it is their business, but it's also pathetic.
There could be a whole worse things, C-Man.
Yes.
There's a lot of
there
worse
always
things.
could be worse things. If you want to give me, there could be worse things. Yes, I agree with you on that, too.
What would you
there
rather
could be
them
worse
do?
things.
Sit here
it's not as bad as a fork in the eye, I'll tell you that.
and whittle away and be lonely and have nothing.
Whittle away.
I mean, that's not what they want to do.
Act your age.
Give them a little break here, T-Man. That's all I'm asking.
There's something dignifiable, if that's a word, about knowing that there's a portion of time in a person's life when you're not being received very well by the opposite sex, even though that is your extreme solid interest, is to be having as much sex as possible, and yet it's just not happening for you, and to say, I accept it, I understand where I'm at right now, maybe someday soon I could find a way to make this change, but for right now, I have no interest level of any mass proportion, and I'm just going to keep some semblance of dignity and continue on with my days.
And
as
one of your...
how can I manipulate the situation so I can get my ass taken care of here?
You're a parent and a grandma.
Act
Act like it.
opinion, then, huh, T-Man?
What's that now?
So you're just going to hold with that opinion.
Yes,
then, huh?
he is. But see, the thing is, maybe they're tired of acting all dignified. They've had all this dignity all their lives, and just maybe for once, to spice up their life, they want to do something that's not so dignified.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, well, if that's
so,
what it's about.
Let's get out there.
It, then. You're admitting exactly what I just said was the case, that they're lowering their standards. They're lowering, not their standards in men. They're lowering their standards as far as the life that they were living. This is
it's just another side, something different.
This is a surrendering of your dignity, saying, obviously, I've been around the block in town and through the towns of America, and there's no real interest as far as men wanting to have sex with me, so I'm going to figure out a way to make this happen so I can get what I feel I'm entitled to.
That's not what I'm saying at all. What
Putting
I'm
the white
saying
flag
is,
on their house.
No, what I'm saying is, okay, they've lived their life, they've raised their children, they've had a good healthy marriage, and you know
I'm a married lady. I've been married for 28 years, and but I just say, if that's what they want to do, power to them.
Waving.
Right.
Okay,
they're not here even doing it.
And that's what they're doing.
Kenya.
They're waving the white flag in America. They're getting on Kenyan Airlines. They're heading over to where they know they can shower these young dudes with enough gifts to get them inspired to have sex with them, and that's the situation, and there's nothing
But the
else.
other thing, too, is maybe they get tired of playing the games, with the older guys and having to compete with the younger women.
What would be really nice, though, is if you just eased up on that married person, though, that called you a little earlier.
Hey, Mary didn't ease up on me.
I know she got to you. I heard the whole conversation
to me.
there.
You can't get to me. It's not possible to get to me.
Come
okay.
on.
She kind of got to me a little bit.
Get to me. You try to act like a bear, but I can tell you're a pussycat. So.
Wow.
Whatever.
Meow.
I can tell.
Mm-hmm.
I can tell.
Well, you got me pegged, baby. Don't tell anyone. Whatever. Get off my phone.
Wow. Why are you being all mean to her now?
He's a little talkative for my first date.
I'm a lot of things, Terry. Yes. Maybe I am a pussycat, as she likes to call me in certain situations. And that's okay, and I admit it.
Would you be horrified to find out your mom went if she was single?
Yeah.
That's what I'm really worried about.
Are you? All of a sudden, your mom says, well, honey, I'm flying to Kenya by myself.
Yeah, I know Jerry's got no hope in his rope these days.
That's nice. Jesus.
Ma, why does the caller ID say Nairobi?
No reason.
I'm just taking in some sun. Come over here, son.
Oh, goodness.
Great visual. Our moms in Kenya.
Donald is on the line saying these women don't have to go over to Kenya if they want to shower men with gifts. He's more than ready to line up right now.
Yeah, I bet.
He's young. He's strapping. He's got a little marathon runner in him, too, Terry. And he's telling the old ladies, don't get on the plane. Stay right here. Isn't that right, Donald?
Well, I don't know if I'm a marathon runner, but I'm wondering why they're wasting a plane ticket.
So you may not give them the endurance that they're getting, but you're saving them travel costs.
Well, I'm not saying I don't have endurance. I ain't running marathons.
Yes, I heard you. Yeah, I get it.
I'll take the shower. I'll take the shower gifts, and they can head right down to Olympia.
Okay, there it is. Nairobi, Kenya, or Olympia.
Chicks love guys named Donald. Give it to me, Donald.
Donald? Well, you know what?
Donald.
Women in their 50s and 60s could certainly relate to a man named Donald.
Probably right. That's a good point.
And his brother Harry is also in.
Right.
All right, very good, Donald. We'll put you down.
Donald. How about Pasty? He should give it a shot, you know?
Brandon in San Jose. What do you got?
I just had a couple things to say, T-Man.
Yes.
So first off, like, if these women want to waste their money flying halfway around the world and spend it on legalized prostitution, let them. It's their money. But the thing that bothers me is that the women that are calling in are talking down on the men, like we're different than them, you know? Like, they fought all these years for equal rights, but they can't receive the same judgment that we can. So if, say, a man were to fly to a different country to do the same thing.
Or any man that even solicits a prostitute, any streetwalker, Terry, that a woman goes, oh, what a scumbag. I want you to think twice about your potential. Like these women would probably be most apt to do so quickly. If they were to read a story in the paper about some soliciting a prostitute, Terry, they'd be the first, these ladies who are the next day boarding Kenyan Airways, they'd be the first to say, oh, how just seedy is that? Well, no more seedy than you're capable of getting, lady. Right, Brandon?
Exactly.
I understand your point. Well said, sir. Well said.
Yeah, and I just wanted to put it out there that I'm still a college student, so I'm not quite in the shoes of the older people, but or the more wise people, but we still got our points here too.
Where do you go to school? San Jose State?
Yes, sir.
How many students you got there? About 30 grand?
Yeah, sounds about right.
It's a big school. I didn't know it was so big until I just met a teacher, a professor that worked there over the weekend.
Oh, really?
Yeah. In the computer science department.
Ah.
Guy named Dave.
Hey.
Cool dude.
Good.
Yeah, said all the students listen. And he said 30,000 students are on that campus.
Wow,
I didn't know it was that many.
That is large.
Mm-hmm. All right, my man, take care.
All right, you too.
There it is. And here it is in black and white in front of me, and I can't believe still what I'm reading, even after we discussed it for about 6 hours now. The new trend in sex tourism is 50 and 60-something women boarding airlines and heading over to Kenya so they can get their freak on with the young, handsome man from Kenya, the well-endowed, I'm sure, Terry. I'm sure there's no shortage of a healthy penis over there, right?
Oh, probably not.
I mean, who knows for sure, but these are young men. And thousands and thousands, they're estimating. White women mostly, in their 50s and 60s, heading over looking for what they're calling legal encounters with Kenyan men between the ages of 18 and 25. They'll take them to fancy restaurants. They buy them all kinds of gifts and presents. Then they take them back to their hotel rooms for long nights of don't break the ribbon yet. I'm not done with you, son. We have many miles more to go in this marathon. And don't even reach your hand out for a cup of water. You ain't getting anything. A 56-year-old woman, only identified by her first name as Beth, talked to the Reuters news service about her sex trip to Kenya. It's not love, said Beth. I didn't come looking for a husband.
There you go.
It's a social arrangement. Woo! Well, how low rent does that sound? I bought my friend a nice shirt, took him out for a fine dinner. As long as he stays with me, he doesn't pay for a thing. I get what I want. I get a great time. How is that different from a man buying a young girl dinner?
Dude, if I'm humping a fat 60-year-old, I better get more than a shirt. I humped a fat 60-year-old, all I got was this lousy shirt.
That says I'm with stupid.
That's right.
Gosh.
And a dinner.
Kenyan tourism officials, by the way, have gone on record saying they're not happy about this. The chairman of the I didn't even see this part of the story, Terry. This is very significant. This is very relevant. That the Kenyan Tourism Official Board of Directors have made a statement here saying we wouldn't call this necessarily evil, but it's certainly not something that we appreciate. We frown upon this type of lifestyle. This is not the kind of tourism that we appreciate coming to Kenya. So they're not even welcomed! But they're not. That's not stopping them. Oh.
Nobody more stubborn than a 55-year-old white woman. Go to Walmart. You'll see what I mean. No. This says 10% off.
You better read that coupon again.
That's right. I need this daddy's little angel airbrush tank top for my daughter.
So that's the way it is, Terry. This is the way of the world in 2007.
Looks that way. Everybody's getting a little piece.
Mm-hmm.
No age requirement, I guess.
1-866-663-T-Man. Back after these words.
The T-Man Show.
So that video of the day didn't make the cut?
Not yet, no.
Oh, wow.
It could, though.
Later in the week?
Yes.
Oh, okay. We're just watching a video of a guy who can do 14 claps a second. He's the fastest clapper in the world, Terry.
There has to be one.
Nobody claps faster than him. But he lost out on being video of the day today.
Oh, man.
I mean, I was just watching it in amazement. I wish some woman could do that on my beast. But
wow.
Because there was a little tinge of love in there. Did you feel it?
Yeah, he could really move his hands really fast.
He has to move his hands so fast and clapping 14 claps a second that they're really not hard claps.
Wow.
Yeah, he kind of slides his hands around.
That's
all
right.
Weird, and it's
yes.
Homoerotic at best, yeah.
Now, I noticed that a Charlie Brown Christmas, speaking of homoerotic, I noticed that the Charlie Brown Christmas is going to be on tonight. Is that right?
8 o'clock on the ABC.
Wasn't it just like 2 days ago that Charlie Brown Thanksgiving was on?
Yes.
Man, is the writer's strike that serious that they can't find any programming that they're putting the Charlie Brown Christmas on so early?
I can't believe it's ever been this early.
I don't think it's ever been this early. Basically a few days after the Charlie Brown Thanksgiving, they're hitting us already with the Charlie Brown Christmas. Gonna catch my Charlie Brown breath here?
Wow.
When it's like December 15th, I think that's early.
Mm-hmm.
They'll have it on like 10 days before Christmas.
The writer's strike. They can't figure out what to put on TV.
Yeah, if you look closely, it's a different Charlie. It's a scab Charlie Brown tonight.
Yeah, okay. Charlie had the dignity, unlike Ellen to cross the picket line. He knows the writers have done right by him, so he's going to do right by the writers. Okay, let me finalize today's show. Speaking of doing right by the writers,
yes,
let me give away a 3-pack of T-Man specialized CDs. Woo! For the first caller right now, let me clear the phone lines. Here I go. They're now completely disabled, and now they are back up and running again. So the first caller who calls in at 1-866-663-T-Man is going to get themselves a 3-pack of a compact of discs.
Wow.
I forget that that's what CD stands for, don't you? Mm-hmm. Well, I'll refresh it. Let me call, let me clear these lines one more time. Okay, first caller now.
So it's not really the first caller.
Yeah, I cleared the line right.
Let me clear him again.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Now.
Wow.
Okay, this guy's definitely first. You're on the air. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, who's this? Who's this?
This is John from Hayward. You gave me advice about the 19-year-old girls last week.
Oh, hang on. I need to talk to you off the air.
The friend, right? Or the son's girlfriend's friend?
Are you calling up for a follow-up consultation now, or are you calling up for the CDs that I threw out there?
Oh, I'm calling you for a follow-up.
Oh, follow-up. All right, hang on the line. I need to clear the lines again, Terry. People are calling in for all kinds of reasons right now.
All right.
Let me clear the lines and make it very clear that it is just a situation for those who would like to win a nice free parting gift from today's show as we make our exit from a Tuesday. And for, what was his name, John, and whoever else needs this, that, or the other thing, or advice, call at another time, a more appropriate time when we can best attend to your specific needs. Right. But for right now, we're just trying to be friendly. You know? Yeah. Unless Mary's the first call.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. She doesn't get anything.
Nothing from Mary?
Oh, that wench gets nothing, Terry.
Oh, that wench now.
But you know, I love her.
I know.
But I ain't giving her dick.
Oh, well.
That explains her anger.
Yeah.
Unless literally she wants it, yeah. And then we'll make an arrangement. Yeah. Flat screen TV. Okay, I'm in. You're on the air. Hello.
Hello?
Yes.
I'm calling T-Man.
Yeah, who's this?
This is Kim.
What can I do for you?
I'm calling T-Man.
Well, you've got the T-Man. What can I do for you, honey?
I want to win the 3-pack CD.
Who is this? Turn your radio down.
I want to win the 3-pack CD.
I heard you. You're already establishing yourself as annoying enough that I have to consider whether I want to give it to this true first caller or not.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. No apologies necessary. Who is this?
This is Kim.
Kim, and tell me about yourself.
What do you want me to tell you about me?
Well, you know, all the exciting stuff, please, I guess.
I don't have nothing exciting to tell you.
Well, that's pretty honest to admit. There's not a damn thing about me that's exciting, T-Man.
I don't think about you? You're sexy.
No, about you.
I don't think
about you, Kim.
She's applying herself. You can find
well,
something.
I'm sexy, too.
But you're very unexciting. You're the first to realize that. Is that right?
Yeah.
Are you a single woman? Are you married? What are you?
I'm single.
You're single. Single and unexciting, Terry.
Wow.
It's one thing to be married and unexciting. That's expected.
Right.
But single and unexciting is a tough situation.
Yeah.
But if she can get her hands on 3 free CDs,
whoa!
It just opened up a no door to potential excitement.
Oh, yeah.
Kim, what kind of CDs would you be looking for?
Anything out that's new.
Anything out there that's new? Like, I don't know.
Alicia Keys, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of new, exciting...
New Alicia Keys.
You want that in your 3-pack?
Yeah.
All right. Anything else I can throw in that would make you happy or what?
I don't know.
All right, we'll make it just right for you, baby, okay?
Okay.
All right. Congratulations, Kim.
Woohoo, Kim.
Thank you.
You're the winner.
You're excited now, aren't you?
Hello?
Oh, geez.
Okay, I guess not that question.
Kim, we're still here.
I was like happy.
I know. You're a little disoriented. It's okay. You never win anything because you're unexciting. Hang on the line, and congratulations again. A 3-pack coming your way, baby.
Okay, thank you.
All right, well done. Okay, there she is.
Here's Kim.
Yeah, it's our winner.
Yeah.
Terry, I will see you tomorrow.
You will.
Yes.
Woohoo!
Same time? We have to come in?
You can come in whenever you want.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
The T-Man Show.